Well, well, well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere. Yeah, did you hear that? Diesel's back. He's back. Back with a vengeance. Hope we're all good. Hope we're all doing well. Thank you for joining me. We've got 7 people in the chat right now. However, when news spreads that Diesel has gone live, then I'm hoping that those numbers are going to jump up. Look, it's a Monday night. Let's have a chat, right? Let's have a chat, yeah? I've been away a couple of times. Work has been mad busy, guys. But listen, like I said to DJ Crane, big up himself. If he's not here, he will be shortly, I'm sure. And a few of the other guys who have private messaged me on Instagram and Twitter, or Twitter, should I call it? Yeah, much appreciated. All this, we miss you. You speak the truth. You're one of the real ones. Blah blah. Where you been? And you guys know I don't chat crap. I'll tell it as it is, whether it's in a popular opinion or not. Yeah, I will never change. That's just me. That's how I'm built. That's how I'm made. I can't help myself. However, before we crack on, because we do have quite a few things to talk about tonight. I do want to touch on Gabriel Jesus. I know a few people have mentioned that in the chat. What are we going to do? Oh, my God. Wow, he's injured. The injury is worse than first feared. Apparently, we were told that he would only miss the West Ham game. Now we're being told that the injury is worse than what was expected. And now he's going to be out for a couple of months. We'll probably be back in March, which is no good to us, guys. No good to us, right? So we're going to touch on that. I know it was a while ago, so I do apologise. I know my timing isn't the best. Right, any girl who knows me will back me up on that. But I do want to very quickly touch on the Cristiano Ronaldo thing, right? Because I'm actually with Ronaldo on this. And it staggers me the amount of hate and the amount of insults that this guy has got. So, yeah, we're going to touch on that as well. We're going to touch on England, the World Cup. Can we win it? Can we do it? Everyone was buzzing because we beat Iran. Oh yes, brilliant. Yeah, it was Iran. Yeah, we had an easy group. Let's be honest, we haven't played anyone. So let's just calm down a little bit. Mind you, does anyone know that the World Cup's on? Right, years gone by, I can't walk down or drive down any street or any road in London, right, without seeing bunting on people's houses or the flags on people's cars. You would never know there was a World Cup on right now. Let's be honest. You wouldn't know, would you? It's like all things in life. And I keep saying this. All things that I love in life are slowly dying away. Right? Tradition is becoming a thing of the past. Sad. Hate to say it, guys, but let's be honest. Let's be real. That's how it's going. That's the way it's going, right? I don't like what this world is turning into. But you know what? We're going to touch on that as well. Let's talk about everything tonight. Sod it. Why not? Yeah. But before I do, I'm going to do what I normally do. You guys thought I'd forget, didn't you? No. Diesel never forgets, right? So listen, I'm going to give the superstars a shout out, the ones who are in the chat room right now, right? So we're going to do that. And we will start from the top. So I'm going to go with Pepsi Pack, my good mate Pepsi. I hope you're well. We've got Mike England in the chat as well. Kabir Aden is in the chat. We've got Steve RFC. I was so close to calling you Stelios, but I know you don't like it, Steve, so I'm going to shut my mouth and I'm going to call you Steve, right? I'm so sorry. You know what it is? It's a London thing, right? We familiarise ourselves way too quickly with certain people. So what we do, Steve, Stelios, you know what I mean, or Mike, Mikey or whatever, you know what I mean? We just always make up names. I do apologise. We've got Del Boy Gunner TV in the chat as well. Pick up yourself, Del Boy. Hope you're well, mate. We've got Dominic Buckner in the chat. We've got Footy Chats. Hope you're good. We've got the lovely Joanne Smith. Hope you're well, Joanne, my love. We've got Stephen Baverstock in the chat as well. Pick up yourself, mate. We've got Hill Matt Howarth in the chat. My guy, come on, brother. We got Jack Weston in the chat. Come on. Oh, yeah. Do you know what, Jack? I've just seen your comment. Shelby, do you know what? I was actually going to say why I'm wearing this, and I totally forgot. So I'm so sorry. Yeah. Can I pass off as a French painter? I don't know. When I was on Claude of the Bouncers, I used to wear hats all the time when I was doing streaming. And do you know what? I was in my room a minute ago, and I'm getting ready because obviously I live on my own, so obviously I'm always naked. You know, any guy who lives on their own, they will tell you. Yeah, they just walk around the house in absolute freedom, right? And I'm no different. However, I'm doing a stream. I don't want to scare you guys, and I don't want to excite Joanne. So I had to obviously put some clothes on. So Joanne, apologies. I'm so sorry, darling, but I don't want to get struck off or cancelled off or whatever it is you call it. So I had to put some clothes on, or as we call it in London, garms. So yeah, I've done that. And obviously, and as I was getting dressed, I saw this. I haven't worn this in ages. And I thought, you know what? Let me surprise my viewers, my subscribers. Let me wear it and just see if I can pull it off. Right? See if I personally think I see some guys wearing stuff like this and it don't look right. Me personally, and I'm, you guys know I've got a bit of an ego. I'm so sorry. I love me, right? Who else is going to if I don't? I actually think I pull it off. I think I just love it. I love these sort of hats, especially when you're bored, right? It does help, trust me. Anyway, so yeah, Diesel Shelby, that's me. That's my name tonight. Thank you very, very much. Big up yourself, Jack. Hope you're well. Who else we got? We got Tony Nerry as well. Really nice guy, this man. Tony Nerry's in the chat. Big up yourself, Tony. We got Grant McRoberts in the chat. Big up yourself, Grant. Hope you're well. We got Liam R97 in the chat. Look at all the same old people. I love you guys, man. Loyal. I love it. Niall Kane as well. Big up yourself, Niall. Joanne Smith, I've got to read this out because obviously it gives me a big boost. Watch out, Diesel, I'm partial to a Frenchman. Well, now you've said that, Joanne, I'm going to wear this hat every single stream I do, yeah? Wink, wink. Make your move, darling. The ball's in your court. We've got David P in the chat as well. Big up yourself, Dave. Hope you well, mate. Shammy D, love it, Diesel. The hat suits you. Come on, Shammy. Thank you. I just wanted one person in the chat to say, do you know what, Deez? Big D. You know what? Brother, Wagwan, that hat suits you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Come on, see, I can talk street. Come on, Shammy, you know, bruv, you know. Come on, thank you very much. We've got Colonel Ward in the chat as well. Big up yourself. If they would be only fours and horses, can you play Colonel? Do you know what? If I was the right colour, I can say that because I'm mixed. I can say what I want. I love it. Hey, Charlie, love me. But you know what? Honestly, if I could, I would. Yeah, you know, Colonel, you know me. I've said this numerous times. The best thing to ever grace a TV, in my opinion, is Only Fools and Horses. Nothing compares to it. Nothing beats it. Nothing comes close. Right? It's really funny because part of me wants to see the theatre, the theatre production of Only Fools and Horses, but because a lot of people I know have been to see it and they've said it's really good. But there is also a part of me that's thinking, do you know what? How do you mess with? You can't. There are some things that just can't be recreated, right? There's just some things in life. Something like that, don't touch it. Like they tried that with Rock and Chips. That was crap, right? I didn't rate that at all. Do not touch Only Fools and Horses. Just don't touch it. It's too much of a classic. And trying to recreate it with different people in a theatre, as much as, you know, I've heard it's really good, there is a part of me thinking, do you know what? I don't know if I'm going to go expecting a certain level, and I know I'm just not going to get it. So there is a part of me thinking, do you know what? Nah, can't be bothered to go. But that's just me. I don't know. I'm weird like that. But Colonel, I hope you're good, mate. I hope you're very good. So look, Joanne's laughing. Look, I put a smile on the girl's face tonight. Lovely. See? And the hat's great. She loves that as well. David P, please no, Only Fools and Horses reboot would be a trap. Thank you. Exactly. This is exactly what I'm saying. Steve, strange to have a World Cup in the winter. Fact, Stephen, two Steves. I couldn't agree more. Only Fools and Horses is TV. Thank you. It's TV gold. That and Friends are probably the only two things I could watch over and over and over, never get bored and still laugh. Fools and Horses, you guys know I'm the biggest fan. I probably know every line in every episode, word for word. When I say I grew up on this, I'm not exaggerating. Like literally, Fools and Horses is my life. It's my world. Right? I love it. Still hasn't got the acclaim I personally feel it should have, and I think a lot of that is because it's a London thing. Yeah, so there's a lot of Northerners who just don't get the humour. But you know, people say that about Gavin and Stacey. It's the same thing. You know, if you get the humour, it's brilliant, class. If you don't, then a lot of people think it's crap. And you can say a very similar thing about The Office. Now, Gavin and Stacey, I love with a passion. Love that. The Office, brilliant. I'm a massive fan of The Office. But then I know so many people who just don't like it. They don't get the humour, or they don't like it. It's Marmite, isn't it? You love it or you hate it, right? It's one of those. Anyway, I digress. Let me just quickly read this. Steve, it said the Asian Nations Cup is in Qatar in summer 2023, but said it's likely to be moved to January 2024. I was thinking, how can they host Asian in the summer, not World Cup, because Asian is used. Do you know what? Let's quickly touch on that, right? So I've been watching the World Cup, especially the England games. I've seen quite a few games. And do you know what? There's quite a few things I want to say tonight, right? And a lot of what I want to say sort of collaborates with what I've always said to you guys in the past, right? I'd like to be able to sit here and say I stream week in, week out, but clearly I've been missing for 3 weeks. So, yeah, don't take that as gospel. But you guys have been watching me for long enough, right? You know if I'm blagging you or not, right? You know, I don't have a script. I just go with the flow. Yeah, 5 minutes prior to this, to me coming on live, I'm sitting here thinking, right, what should I talk about tonight? And then in my head, I think, I want to touch on that. I want to talk about this. Quite a bit's happened in the last few weeks. You know, we're going to touch on the Arsenal, Gabriel Jesus, Ronaldo, the World Cup, England, etc., etc. Right? I don't sit here. I don't make notes. What's the point, right? It's forced. Can't stand that. You know, I like what's the word? That interactive. When you just go with the flow, right? That's what I like. And I think that's what you guys like, hence why you always tune in no matter what time I go live, which I'm very thankful for, by the way, I must say. But it's you know what I'm saying? I just think it's better like that, yeah? And the World Cup, for me, correlates a lot with what I've said about Arsenal, right? Now, what I mean by that is this. I cannot believe the amount of upsets we've seen so far in the World Cup, right? When you look at Argentina losing, was it Japan who beat them? France losing. You know, we've seen upsets. We've seen some absolutely shocking results, right? Belgium, for me, to very quickly touch on Belgium, because I had a few people asking me, what's your take on them? You know, like this is before the World Cup. Do you think they can win it? I always said no. Right. Why is that, Dees? I'll tell you why, since you asked so nicely. Belgium, I look at Belgium and I think, do you know what? They have an absolute plethora. Yeah? See that word I use, plethora. Word of the day, toilet paper. Boom. Now, all joking aside, they have a plethora of stars, right? Look at their squad. It's amazing. Class players. But Belgium have always had that problem of it. They remind me a lot of, well, similar to like Real Madrid back in the day with the Galacticos, right? Only difference being Real Madrid actually won trophies. Belgium don't. Belgium have got class players. They got a class squad, but they're all individuals. They cannot play as a team. They can't. Hence why they're now out. And I knew they would be. Kevin De Bruyne coming out and saying that they're just too old. He's not wrong, really, is he? I know Vertonghen obviously, you know, come back with something as well. That showed us that there is literally there's a bit of tension in that dressing room, if I'm honest, within that squad, and it shows on the pitch. But yeah, Belgium for me. They flatter to please. Holland for me are a little bit like that as well. But you know what? When I said to you guys earlier on about these upsets that we're seeing in the World Cup, similar to what I say to you guys all the time about Arsenal, and it's this. I'm one of very few people who I've seen on YouTube who always talk about mindset, always talk about, you know, attitude, you know, be positive, believe in yourselves, you know, that self-belief, right? Having that work ethic, yeah? We're seeing all these upsets, and literally, let's be honest here, guys. Let's be honest. This is a World Cup. On paper, Japan should not be beating Argentina, right? They just shouldn't be, right? Some of these small teams should not be beating the bit. It's criminal. Let's be honest. Not being arrogant about it. But when you look at the Argentina squad, when you look at that team, an embarrassment of riches, right? And then you look at these little teams, you know, they shouldn't be. But you know what it is? They shouldn't be beating these big teams, right? But you know what it is, guys? I'm going to use the Japan and Argentina because I watched that. And I was absolutely shocked at the result, especially when you see the lineup, when you saw the Argentina team. Let's be honest, though. I'll turn the fan off. Right, let's be honest, though. I've always said this, right? When I go on about mindset, what I mean by that is this. Now, Japan wasn't in that dressing room before the game thinking, oh, God, it's Argentina. Oh, God, what are we going to do? Oh, God. Well, let's just try and keep the score down. David P., you're right. Japan also beat Spain and Germany, right? They were thinking, do you know what? They may be the better team. They may have bigger names. Their players may get paid, you know, may be on a lot more money than what we are. Yes, their players may play for bigger clubs than what ours do. But you know what? We're a team. We're united. Ain't no superstars here, right? We are a team. Solidarity amongst brothers. We go out there. We work hard for each other. We are there for each other. We support each other. Whatever happens, happens. When we get chances, we take them. We're not going to have a lot. Granted, we're not. But we will get some. And the ones that we do, we make sure we put the ball in the net, right? We are there for each other every step of the way, from the first minute to the last minute, right? I'm coming off a bit of a cold as well. Sorry. Apologies. Now, what I just said there, this is why I go on all the time about work ethic, because when you've got a team like that, no superstars, everyone works for everyone else, right? You have given yourself half a chance. Forget who you're playing. Forget whether they're a superior team or they got better players or whatever. Skill and technical flair and all of that stuff is great, right? It's great. Don't get me wrong. Of course it is. But you need more than that. These big countries, you know, these big teams, yeah, if they thought for a second, do you know what, it's only them, it's only Japan, all we got to do is turn up, we're going to walk it. No. Japan showed everyone, nah, don't look at us like that, my friend. Yeah, we've come here to play ball, right? We've come here to play. We've come here to compete. And if you're going to beat us, then blimey, oh my God, you've got to put a shift in. Because if you think we've come here just to make up the numbers and lay down and roll over and let you go through us, that ain't happening, right? You want to beat us, you earn it. Simple as that, right? And all these upsets that we're seeing, it's the exact same as what I say about this Arsenal side, right? Oh, Man City, do you know what? Arteta and these players should be saying to each other, do you know what? Yeah, they're a good side, but you know what? F them. So are we. I've said it to you guys before, and I've said it every single week, right? We're top of the league at the moment. We are not there by accident, right? That's not an accident. We're up there because we've earned it, right? The way we've played, the results we've had, yeah, going into games where even I was like, oh, this is the week where I think it's going to go tits up, and it hasn't. Arsenal have proved me wrong. In fact, I'd say they've proved all of us wrong, right? The start we've had, there's a belief in this side now. You have to credit Mikel with that. You have to, right? There's a large part of me that thinks that he's a very, very lucky manager, and I stand by that. I still think that now. But let's give him credit, right? Now, there's still a lot of Arsenal fans who are talking about, top four. I'm sitting here now thinking, and, you know, the last stream I did, it was a case of, you know, have Arsenal now earned the right to be in the conversation to actually be Premier League winners? And the answer is yes. Yes. Right? Because a lot of these Arsenal fans said, yeah, well, you know, 4 or 5 games in, yeah, we're doing well, but will we still be up there by Christmas? That's the question. Yeah, and this is always the argument that I used to have with Terence, because it was a case of, you can't keep moving the goalposts. Christmas comes. Arsenal are out of every cup competition. We're low in the table. We're performing badly. No, March. No, my friend, you said Christmas. No, March. No, you said Christmas. It's Christmas now. We're out of everything. What are you saying now? No, March. Judge him in March. Right? March comes. Then it's July. You know, this is what I'm saying. You know, and this is what I'm saying. It's you can't keep moving the goalposts, right? Yeah, I think Arsenal have got a fantastic opportunity, right, to win this league. I genuinely do think that, because we are in a season where every other club is in disarray, or most of them anyway, right? Man City will have a wobble, yeah? No matter how good they are, all teams do, right? We'll probably have one. But you know what? We have to remain up there. That Arsenal have to buy in January. There is no excuses for me. And you know what? I read an article earlier on about Gabriel Jesus. Arsenal may be forced into the transfer market due to Gabriel Jesus' injury. And I'm sitting in, I'm reading this, and I'm reading it, and I'm thinking, hang on a minute, Arsenal should be in the transfer market anyway, regardless whether he's injured or not. We need another striker. Right, that's a fact. You know, whether he's injured or not, we need another striker. I'm sorry. And do you know what? I said this to you guys as well. Yeah. As much as I'm admiring the way we're playing, as much as I'm admiring the results at the moment, there is still a part of me that's sitting from afar, watching the club and thinking, right, show us, not just me, all of us, show us exactly how ambitious you guys are. Yeah, show us. Because I don't think we're going to be in a position like this again, right? Where we're up there, we're at the top of the league. We've only really got Man City to worry about. All the other clubs are in disarray at the moment. They've got issues going on at their own clubs. You know, the Chelsea's, Liverpool. I mean, Liverpool's dropped off a cliff. I mean, you look at this it reminds me a lot of the season when Leicester won it. Yeah. Everyone had their own issues, and Leicester just went away with it. You know, they was minding their own business, getting, you know, grinding out result after result after result after result. And before you knew it, boom, they're right ahead. We can do that this season. We can, right? But we have to buy in January. Now, the Gabriel, the Jesus injury, for me, has just highlighted even more our need for a striker. And you know what? Of all the injuries for us to get during this World Cup, it had to happen to the one player where you think, oh, of all the players, not him. Him and Partey, for me, are the main two. Jesus doesn't score enough goals for me, but what he does do is he sets the tempo up front. Sets the tempo, quick feet, pace, speed, skill. Yeah, he works. People tell me about Lacazette working. No. This is a guy who works. That's what you call work. That's what you call a shift, right? This guy pisses over Lacazette all day long, in my opinion, in terms of work rate. Now he's injured. Now we're being told it's going to be March when he comes back, and even then, that's not a definite. It could be even longer than that. Listen, Gabriel Jesus, whether he scores enough goals, in my opinion, or not, he doesn't. But that is a big miss. And I don't think people realise just how huge a miss that is. Now, what Arsenal need to do. Now, I read Edu was with the Cronkies over in America at some game or whatever. And you'd like to think that at some point, this got brought up. At some point, the upcoming transfer window got brought up, right? We don't know. I'd like to think that was the case, though. And it'd be interesting to see what Arsenal do. If they don't do anything, and I personally think Arsenal will buy. I don't think we'll get 2 or 3. I personally think they'll get 1. I don't think the jury's still out for me on the ambition of this club. Right? Still out for me. Yeah. Arteta, and I personally think Arteta knows we need players. If it was up to him, he'd get in 2 or 3, 2, 3, 4, right? But if Arsenal don't do any business and he dares come out and say, we don't need anyone, we're all right, we're good, then that's when you know, do you know what, no matter what this club do, that is the wrong manager for us. Wrong manager, because you are now a puppet, my friend. Yeah? What I liked about Emery would always come out and say the truth. Yeah, this guy doesn't. Right now, I get you don't want to, talk out about, obviously, your employers, they're the people who pay you, etc., etc. If that's the case, then don't say nothing. Just say nothing. Don't come out and agree. Don't come out and lie to us and say we've got enough. We clearly don't have enough. We have no depth. Do you know what makes me laugh? It's funny. Arsenal fans are going to hear me say this. Some of them, anyway. They're going to hear me say this, and they're going to think, "Oh, Diesel, why you been like that?" Right? These are the same fans who go on about, "Oh, England have got a good chance to win this World Cup." You know why? Because we've got the best depth. How many times have you guys heard that? Whether it be on social media, on TalkSport, or wherever. Yeah, when it comes to squad depth, England are in a very, very good, good space. England have got a very good chance of winning this World Cup purely because not only are our first 11 good, but we've also got a really good bench, right? We've got a lot of squad depth, right? So they place an emphasis on squad depth when it comes to England and the World Cup. However, when it comes to Arsenal, how dare you talk about squad depth, right? Especially in the season now where you can have 5 subs. God, my throat is going, I can feel it. So yeah, that's how I look at it, guys. And it's when we talk about buying striker, for me, right back, I personally, I'd like to know what happened with Ben White. It's still not come out. It's obviously something serious. If anyone knows anything, let me know. But we know he's had to come back. Obviously, Raheem Sterling as well. It's sad. It's I don't blame this guy one little bit for flying back. Listen, his kids were in the house, and his missus, when it was attacked or ransacked or burgled or whatever. So you can't be out there, focusing on the work. Family comes first, right? I don't care what anybody says. So yeah, fair play to him. We don't know if he's going to go back. I don't think he will. I don't think he should. But back to the Arsenal. Yeah, we need to buy, and we're going to see their ambition in January. We're really going to see whether or not this leadership team, or whatever you want to call it, we're going to see how much they want this. Right? We are in a very unique position. Unique, yeah. Go and cement it. Go and get the players needed. Right? Get 2 or 3 players, which is what they need to do. Yeah, they need to beef up that midfield. That's one thing they definitely need to do. And they definitely need a striker. I've said it once before, I'll say it again. If they have to get in a couple of loans, do that. But get bodies in, right? They need to get players in. There was no excuses. There was no way I'm going to sit here and say, "Oh, well, we know it was hard. Don't worry about it." No. Bollocks to that. Get players in January. Fact, right? We've got the money. We are rich. We are a rich club. Okay, it's not even a financial thing, right? There is no argument when it comes to money. Arsenal have got bags of money, pockets of money, bundles of money, right? So it's not even a money thing or a money thing. It's not. Just go and get those players. Now, Cristiano Ronaldo. Let me just say this controversial comment, and some of you guys in the chat may come back at me. Do you know what? I'd go and get him. 6 months. I'd get him. I love Ronaldo. Listen. I saw that interview, right, with Piers Morgan. Congrats to Piers on getting that, by the way, because that's just boosted him up. Untold amount. But you know what? There was a lot of what he said in that interview where I looked at it and I thought, you know what? Fair play, right? Now, I know. I've seen other streams, and there's a lot of, "Oh, he's too arrogant for me," or "He's too this." We're talking about one of the best players we've ever seen, especially in my generation. Now, listen, it's always been the debate has always been Messi, Ronaldo. Me personally, I'm a Messi man. However, there is no right or wrong in this. Someone said to me, "I'm a Ronaldo man." Yeah, fair play. I can't even argue that. It's all about preference. But let me say this: when I hear that comment about, "Oh, he's too arrogant," wouldn't you be? Look at what this man's achieved. Look at what he's won. Do you know what? What I admire most about Ronaldo and Messi? More so Ronaldo in this sense, because Messi for me is more natural. Messi's got more of that natural ability. Ronaldo, for me, had to work harder. He had to graft harder to get to where he was. Messi was a natural. I'm not saying he didn't work. Of course he did. But Ronaldo, for me, had to harness it more. But I look at that and I just, how do you, one thing I admire about people like that at the top of their game is, how do you keep that fire burning? How do you keep that hunger? How do you win what you've won and still come back the season after and do it again? Do you know what I mean? That hunger. I say this all the time. Mesut Ozil, right, at one time was a world-class, and he was a world-class player. I can't stand him now. And you guys know, just can't stand him. But I've always said, Mesut Ozil's problem was he won the World Cup. He won the ultimate. When you're a footballer, there is nothing bigger in your career than to win a World Cup. If you're ever lucky to win it, you've hit the pinnacle. There is nothing higher. There is nothing more to achieve. And I personally think he won that, and it was like, yeah, I'm done. I've done what I've had to do. I've done the ultimate. I've hit the pinnacle. I can't go any higher than this, right? I'm not saying that's right, by the way. That's the wrong attitude. But that is why I think he went off the boil. But I look at a Ronaldo and Messi, and I just think these guys, Ronaldo to be, and do you know what? I will say this. So I don't agree with him refusing to come on, right? Because I've always said, listen, whether you like the manager or not, you've got a job to do. You are a professional football player, right? And if you're asked to come on and there's 2 minutes left in the game, whether you like it or not, come on, yeah? If that was me, I'd go on. But do you know what? Trust me, once this game's over and me and you are down the tunnel, we need to have a serious chat, me and you, right? But while the game's going on, you've got to go on. He's the manager. Like it or not, like it or lump it, hate him, love him, whatever. He's the manager, right? If he sends you on, go on. So, me personally, Ronaldo was wrong in that. But you know what? A lot of what he said resonated with me. When he said, for example, oh, kids, this generation of kids, they don't listen, right? He's right. I see that all the time, whether it be in my job or I see it out on the street. Listen. If you're an under 21 player, or you're in the reserves, or you're in the under 18s, you're at Man United, and you see Cristiano Ronaldo walking through the gates. If that was me, and I'm that age, I'm a young boy, and I'm seeing Ronaldo, trust me, guys, when I tell you this, I am following this guy everywhere. I'd follow him to the toilet. I'd have a shower with him. Yeah? Wherever this man goes, I'm going. I will be the biggest sponge. Watch him. That's all I do. I would watch him. How does he do those free kicks? How does he get that curve? How does he do the spin? What is it? What is his training regime? What is his diet? What does he eat? What time does he eat until? Honestly, if I can get half as good as this guy, if I can achieve and win half of what this guy's won, my God, where do I sign? Where do I sign? In fact, yeah, where is it? Right, got a pen right here. Where do I sign? Yeah, that's what I do. That's what I do. Watch this man. Arrogant. Of course he's going to be arrogant. He's one of the best players to ever have kicked a ball. He's won everything. He's won 5 Ballon d'Ors. I know well, I could name you world-class players right now who haven't come close to winning that. Not come close. This man's won it not once, not twice, not 3, not 4, 5 times. 5 times. Of course, he's got a right to be arrogant. So when people tell me, oh, he's too arrogant, he's too arrogant. This is Cristiano Ronaldo. This is a guy who's 37 years of age. And he's taking the piss out of most of the players at Man United now. Now, right? Now listen, would I take him at Arsenal for 6 months all day long? If I was Edu, yeah, I'm getting that deal done. Yeah, but Diesel, why would, what? You want him to come in and ruin what we've got? Who's to say he'd ruin it, though? Who's to say he'd ruin it? Man United, I've said this to you guys before, right? Man United, for me, are not back, right? Yes, they've had a few decent results. They are a shadow of the Man United I saw growing up. They are not back one little bit. They have got issues. Even now, forget, they've strung 3-4 decent results together. They have still got issues in that team. It's evident. There is a lot of player power going on there, and it's been going on there for the last several years. That's a fact. That's not even my opinion. That's a fact, right? He has gone in there. They haven't respected him. And I said this to you guys before. Man United, for me, have treated him, have been disgraceful in the way they've treated Ronaldo. I don't care what anybody tells me, right? It's very easy for people to say, and I've said it, you guys say it, why don't players speak out, right? I say it all the time. I look at a Paul Scholes, right? Didn't say boo to a goose when he was playing. Now he's a pundit. You can't shut the geezer up. You can't shut him up, right? All these players who have just kept their mouth quiet, taking their money, now they're pundits. They've got the biggest gob in the world, yeah? When players don't speak out, us as fans, puppet, tell the truth, come speak out, go on, say what's really going on, right? Ronaldo does it and he gets abuse. So which one do you want? Which one do you want? I like players speaking out. Speak the truth, yeah? Because we're on your back when you don't. And this is what annoys me about a lot of fans. How do you say no to Cristiano Ronaldo? This is a man, right? Especially the Man United fans who are disrespecting this guy. Only last season you was chanting his name, licking his ass. And now, he's this, he's that, get out of that club, you're finished, you're washed up, you're wasted, you're old, you're this, you're that. Only last season, we're talking several months here. Several months. Ronaldo, the God, legend. Best thing I've seen. Yeah? Fans, when I say this, fans have got short memories, and it's so sad to see. Yeah? It's sad. This is listen, I don't agree with this, but everyone says it. Everyone says the Premier League is the best league in world football, right? For me, it's the most unpredictable league. It's not the best in terms of pure football. I don't think it is, right? But a lot of people say it is. Yeah, it's very physical. It's pacey. It's speed. It's you know what I mean. It's up down, up down, up down. You don't get time on the ball, right? You know, it's not chess. It's checkers, right? That's what a lot of people say about the Premier League. This man is 37, scored one more goal than Harry Kane last year, right? And people disrespect him, saying he's this, he's that, he's finished, he's this. Yeah? Well, when he was scoring all them goals, it was his goals that got them into the position, into the Europa League. Well, take away his goals, where would Man United have ended up, right? Any Man United fan in earshot of me who slags off this guy, that's my first question to him, right? You're slagging this guy off. Number one, this guy is probably the best player you've ever seen at your club, if we're going by age. And most of these are youngsters anyway, right? Right? He's probably the best player that you've ever seen at your club. Secondly, last season, take away his goals. Where would you have been? Would you be in the Europa League? Hell no. Where would you have been in the table? Take away his goals. No, I get what you're saying, Deez. I get it. I understand what you're saying, but no, there ain't no buts. There ain't no buts. Because let me tell you something now. This guy is 37 years of age, right? And he's showing up. Your teammates who are younger, fitter, stronger, quicker, right? Yeah? So when he was doing what he was doing last season, where were they? Who stepped up last season? Who stepped up? No one. His goals. His first season back in the Premier League, right? After being away for years and years and years in a slower league abroad, to come back into a fast league, as everyone calls it. Everyone calls it, it's the fastest league in the world. It's the best league in the world. It's hustle and bustle, and you get no time on the ball, and then you got to move it quick, and you got to press and all of that. This man comes back after spending years and years and years away from the Premier League. His very first season back, he bags all them goals, right? I know world-class strikers who have come here from abroad, yeah, and just can't cut it. And they're younger, fitter, stronger, quicker than Ronaldo. Yeah, he comes back at 37 years of age and bags goals like that. He doesn't press. So, Do we not say, as fans, the job of a striker is to score goals? End of. That's it. Score. Poacher. Score. Score. That's it. I've seen Haaland in games. You'd never know he was playing. You would never know he's playing. Probably has, 8, 9 touches of the ball in the whole game. But you know what? In the 86th minute, when that chance comes, bang, in. No one talks about, I know he scored 2 goals today, but prior to those 2 goals, he had a really bad game. No one saw him. We didn't even know he was on the pitch. No. All they talk about are the 2 goals he pocketed. Why is it different for Ronaldo? Why? You know what I mean? I just look at, I'm sorry, guys. It just really irks me, things like that, because for me, it's short memories. Short memories. People are taking the piss out of him for one reason only. It's because of his age. That's all it is, right? It's ageism, yeah? If he was 29, 30, would he be getting this amount of abuse? No. It's because he's looked at he's old, he's no AP. And let me just say, right, if anyone from the Man United youth, any of those Man United kids, if any one of you happens to watch this, long shot, I know it's a long shot, right? But if any of you do, I'm on the sparkling water, by the way, guys. Part of my diet. Right? If any of you ever come across this stream and watch it, I'll tell you what, shame on you guys for having a player of that caliber, or as Del Boy would say, caliber. You got a player of that caliber at your club. And you guys, your generation nowadays, I know what I'm doing. Who are you to tell me? Who are you? What have you done? Yeah, you might have won a few trophies, but you're old now. Yeah, go on, jog on. Yeah, that's kids nowadays. That's the generation now. You can't tell them nothing. They know it all, right? It's a bunch of know-it-alls now, this generation, yeah? Years gone by, you have a player like that walking in, his age is irrelevant, right? He's still doing the business now. He's still taking the piss out of the majority of the first team players in Man United right now. Yeah, right now. And this guy's 37. Yeah, 5 Ballon d'Ors, right? The goals he scored, the clubs he's played for, everywhere this man has been, and I mean everywhere this man has been, he's done the business. And kids, and knowing all of that, and it's Cristiano Ronaldo, kids will still look at this guy and think, who are you? Who are you? You can't tell me. Who are you? And if they're doing that with Ronaldo, it doesn't matter who walks in. Honestly, it doesn't matter who walks in. You know, and for me, that is disgusting. It's disgusting for me. And that just goes to show nowadays, this generation of kids, which really wind me up. They're not all bad. They're not all bad, but there is an attitude now with this generation. There is I don't know what it is. It's an attitude. They're more privileged now. You know, things come easy to them. And you know what? I've always said this, right? I'll never forget when I did that stream with Kevin Campbell, and I like Kevin, right? But I did a stream with Kevin Campbell, and I asked him the question, do you think youth players today are more spoiled? Do you think the reason why a lot of them don't break through, is because they get it too easy, too quick? And he said, no. And I said, I have to disagree with you on that. Yeah? Got to disagree. Because back in the day, those youth players had to, clean the first team players' boots. They had to clean out the bath, clean the showers, all the dirt, all the menial jobs, the dirty jobs. Yeah. I'll never forget Rio Ferdinand talking about it. This is what we had to do. The Rios, the John Terrys, when they were coming up in their youth, that's what they had to do, those sort of jobs. But you know what? They were grateful for those jobs because at the time, didn't want to do it. Horrible, cleaning out the bath, cleaning the boots. But you know what? It's just something we had to do. Yeah, because the boots the players' boots who were cleaning years ago, that's what they did. It gave us a grounding, right? So that when you make it, if you are lucky enough to eventually make it as a professional football player at a high level, you're more grateful for it. Yeah? You're more grateful because you've done those jobs. You know what it takes. You know what you've had to do to get it. You had to bust your ass. See, kids nowadays, they get it too soon, too quick. right? Youth players are now turning up in like a Rolls Royce or a Lambo or a Bugatti or a Porsche or a Ferrari. These players ain't done nothing yet. They haven't achieved anything. They haven't won anything. Yet they're on a lucrative contract. They're turning up in a different car every day of the week. And we're talking about youth players. I'm not even talking about the established first teamers. I'm talking about reserve players, youth players, young players. Yeah? Then you get a young player who gets that breakthrough, makes his debut, has 5-6 good games in a row, decent games. All of a sudden, as a country, we do this. 5 or 6 decent games. Oh, he's got to play for England. Oh, Southgate needs to be looking at him. If he's not, then there's something wrong with Southgate. Oh, my God, you've got to be... Right? This is what I'm saying, guys. This is how silly it gets. Right? Eddie Nketiah, and very similar, right? Had a run of decent games, weren't outstanding, right? Decent games where he stepped up in a couple of them. All of a sudden, that warrants a brand new lucrative contract on $100,000 a week for 5 years. For 5 years. Now, we all know, every man and his dog, even Stevie Wonder knows this, right? Eddie Nketiah is not good enough for this club. He's not. Right? Not. No disrespect to him. He's not good enough. Do I blame him for signing that contract? Of course not. I would. Yeah? I blame the club for it. Right? But he's not good enough. But he's got that contract based on what he did last season, the end of the season, right? Where he had several decent games. I say the word decent. He wasn't outstanding. He wasn't brilliant. He wasn't amazing. He had decent games. And look at what he's warranted off the back of that. Did he do enough to warrant a contract like that? For me, no. No, he didn't. Right? No, he didn't. In fact, he wanted to leave. Right? He wanted to leave. And this is why I say it's another example of these young players getting it too soon, too quick. Right? And that's why some of these kids, they go off the rails because the hunger isn't there anymore. I totally get what Ronaldo's saying. I get it. I see it. Right? I totally get that because we all see it in day-to-day life with this generation. Yeah? I mean, I've got a 9-year-old son. Anyhow, he turns out like that. That ain't happening for a start because I ain't that kind of dad to let that go. Yeah? Be appreciative for what you get. Earn. Right? It's like me, you know, I've got this laptop now that I'm streaming on, yeah? I bought this laptop, yeah? Anything happens with this laptop, yeah, I'll be crying my eyes out, right? I bought it, I earned it, so I look after it, I take care of it. No one gave it to me. If they did, would I look after it as much as I would if I paid for it? Probably not, because someone got it for me. I don't appreciate it enough because I never had to work to graft to get it. It's the same with anything. Same with your house, your flat, the chair you're sitting on, anything where you thought, you know what, you've paid for that, you've worked your nuts off to be able to be in a position to afford that or this or that or this. Yeah, you've paid for it. No one gave it to you. You've had to work for it. So when you work for it, trust me, you appreciate it a hell of a lot more than if someone just bought it for you. Right? That's a fact. That's just common sense. Yeah? Common sense, right? What Ronaldo is saying, I totally agree with him. Yeah? How those kids are watching a man of this ilk come through that club and not one of those kids has studied him, watched him, followed him, asked him for advice, pulled him aside, say, look, I'm such a big fan of yours, blah, blah. I play in the same position as you. How do you do this? How do you get that spin on the ball? When you practice your free kicks, what do you do? How far away from the ball do you stand? Do you run up? Do you walk up? What do you eat? What's your diet? You know, what's your diet? How do you keep in such pristine shape? How are you 37 and you're still probably the fittest player at this club at your age? What do you do? What is your regime? What is your regime? Guys, honestly, I cannot make this clear enough. If that was me, oh my God, I would be closer to him than his own bloody shadow. Right? Honestly. And you know what? When he said that, it didn't shock me. But at the same time, I just thought, you know what? How someone like that talks, I would expect the kids to be like, oh my God, it's Ronaldo. Shh. Listen, just watching him. Every word he says, you're taking it in. This is Ronaldo. This is 5 Ballon d'Ors, man. This is. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, I play FIFA. If a team's got Ronaldo in it, I'm picking that team. It's Ronaldo. Do you know, it's all those things, you know. But you know what? Let me say this now. Do I think he would come in and ruin what Arsenal have got? No, I don't. Do I think he would come in and enhance it? Yes, I do. I do. This guy is a winner. This is the kind of guy I would want in my dressing room. This is the kind of guy, if I'm going into battle, I'm following this guy. I'm following him. He is a winner. Tap into that knowledge he's got. Listen, 6 months, right? 6 months is nothing. I'll tell you something now. And I know, listen, I know it's well, do you know what? I say it's going to be expensive. And of course it would. You know, the wages he'd be on, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Arsenal have got the money for 6 months. I totally agree with Piers Morgan on this. 6 months. Take him. Tap into that knowledge, because I'll tell you this now. Because of what's going on at Man United, everyone's now saying, oh, he's a problem. He would ruin what we're creating at the moment. We're top of the league. You know, we've got harmony within the squad. He would come in and ruin it. Why? Why would he ruin it? Oh, because of what's going on at Man United. Yeah, how do we know that's him? How do we know that's him? Before Ronaldo got to Man United, they had issues within that squad anyway. So how is he getting the blame for this? Right? The issues were there before he got there. Right? Let's be real here. They were there before Ronaldo pitched up there. Yeah? They were there. Right? Real Madrid, he was there year in, year out. Won numerous trophies. Right? It's very well documented. He and Jose Mourinho did not get on. Shocking, because they're 2 Portuguese. But you know what? They did not get on. Did not get on. But let me tell you something now. Ronaldo still turned up every single game. He still scored in most of those games. He still won trophies. For a manager he did not get on with and he did not like. Okay? He still did the business. Right? We are... honestly, I just don't understand how any Arsenal fan can look at this and say, nah, I don't want him. Nah. My God, 6 months worth of having a player of that caliber at Arsenal, not just on the pitch, but in training, behind the scenes, talking to the youngsters, you know, because Arsenal, we're not like Man United. Arsenal have actually got harmony. We've actually got, you know, harmony within that squad, within the team. I don't think we've got player power. I look at Man United. Man United are a mess in that dressing room. I don't know who runs it. It's not Ten Hag. Yeah? They've still got issues there. Do not let those results mask what is really going on at Man United. There is still a lot of player power. Chelsea over the years have always had that as well. But you know what? I look at Arsenal. I don't see it. I don't see us having an issue with that. What I can see is Ronaldo coming in, being appreciated for 6 months, because I do think Arsenal, if he ever came to Arsenal, they would appreciate him like you would not believe. Yeah? You know, if I was Arteta, have a chat with the youngsters, encourage the youngsters, go and talk to him. Go and get some tips off of him. Yeah? Why not? Why would you not? 6 months, guys. And let me say this as well. This Piers Morgan interview, and again, I agree with Piers. If he had had a bad season last year, it would be a totally different conversation. The fact that he came, scored all them goals, like I said earlier on, one more goal, one more than Harry Kane, yeah? He's proved at 30, honestly, 30, you should not, let's be honest, you should not be playing at this level at 37, right? If you're a goalkeeper, that's one thing. To be an outfield player in a league like this at 37 years of age and still do the business, for me, that's something that needs to be commended. But yet everyone's coating this guy off. I just don't understand it. This is Ronaldo. This ain't no geezer footballer who's just come off the boat. This is Ronaldo. Ronaldo. He's in the conversation of the best player to have ever played the game. He's in the conversation. And yet he's being treated like this. Like, I'm sorry. Me personally, I like winners, right? I like winners. I like to be surrounded by winners, okay? I'm in the corner over there. I'm going to the winning corner. I'm looking over there thinking, winner, 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 top boss, winner, winner, winner. I'm with them. I'm with them. I'm not looking over there thinking he ain't won nothing. He's a loser. He turns it on when he wants. Yeah, on his day, he's all right. But no. I want to be over there. I want to be over there. That's the winner's corner. That's where I want to be, right? Winners. Ronaldo, winner. 37 years of age, still hungry, still training. This guy had no pre-season, by the way. No, you see how everyone says, oh, yeah, but he's not fit. He needs a pre-season. That's why he's not in form. He didn't have a pre-season. That's why he's not in form at the moment. But he'll get there. No, Ronaldo, no pre-season. He can still bang him in. This guy's a winner. It's not just about what he does on a pitch, guys. It's about his knowledge of the game, his knowledge, training techniques, diet, regimes, food, drink, what to do, what not to do. 19 kids, when I was your age, I was doing this. I went to bed at that time. I had that for dinner. I had this for breakfast. And any kid is going to be looking at this guy thinking, this is a specimen of a man. He's 37 years of age. He's fit as a fiddle still, right? Body-wise, look, he's immaculate, right? I'm going to follow his regime. Whatever he did, I'm going to do, yeah? And it will help me along the way. It will enhance my game. Tap into this guy. Tap into him. Take him for 6 months and tap into his knowledge. It's 6 months, guys. It's not a life sentence. It's not a long time. It's not 2, 3, 4 seasons. 6 months. 6 months. Can he get goals for us all day long? All day long. My God, it's a no for me. It's a no-brainer. It really is. Craig AFC, big up yourself. Craig, hope you well, mate. Diesel, for a split second, I thought you were drinking a bottle of something. No. Sparkling water, mate. I didn't like it at first, but I'm getting to like it. Stephen, talking facts as always. The weird thing is their fans want the owners out, but when Ronaldo points it out, he's a disgrace to the club. Like, what do their fans want? Gary Neville was one who said, he needs to come out and Cristiano needs to speak out. He needs to tell us all what's going on. He needs to say this. He needs to do that. Cristiano Ronaldo comes out and does that, and Gary Neville's on him. You know what I mean? This is what I'm saying, guys. Just look, don't believe everything you read. Don't believe everything, because Ronaldo, to come out like that, surely the club has to respond. The club chose not to. Now, if Ronaldo had said some really outlandish things that weren't true, you would expect a spokesperson of the club to have come out and went, whoa, hang on, what? That didn't happen. This didn't happen. He didn't say that. She didn't do this. What are you talking about? Right? They didn't. They kept their mouth shut. Yeah? They kept their mouth shut because a lot of what he said is true. I don't care what anybody says. He has got the platform. Is he arrogant? Of course he is. We've known Ronaldo's been arrogant for years, right? But this is a man who can walk the walk and talk the talk. Why would you not be arrogant, right? Let me tell you another fact. Lionel Messi's arrogant, yeah? Right? He's arrogant. But Ronaldo's more in your face. Ronaldo's got more of this, but trust me, Lionel Messi is arrogant, right? Might be quiet, might come across as timid. There is a reason why top players have gone to Barcelona and they've just not cut it. And it's not because they're bad players. It's because one player ran it there and it was Messi. And if he didn't like you, you have got no chance of making it at this club. Right? No chance. You might as well go now. And many players have gone there, not done it, not got on with him. For whatever reason, Messi don't like him. They leave Barcelona, they go to another club, and they flourish again, right? Messi's arrogant. But you kind of accept it because we're talking about two world class players. I would expect them to be arrogant. You're talking about players. No, listen. When we're talking on football on this planet, on this world, right? For years, for decades, you've had these two players up there on their own, No one talks about a third player or a fourth. No. For years and years, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi, Ronaldo, Messi. Right? No one else comes into the equation, do they? Am I wrong, guys? You guys in the chat, am I? No. It's one or the other. It's not, oh, Ronaldo, Messi, or Smith, or Harris, or no. It's one of these two. Yeah, because no one else can get near to these two. The trophies they've won, the goals they've scored, the Ballon d'Ors they've won, these two are on another planet. And people want to tell me he's too arrogant. Too bloody right. Look at what he's achieved in the game. I would expect him to be arrogant. Right? The best sportsman, whether it be the best tennis player ever, or golf, or football, or basketball, they're all arrogant. Trust me when I tell you that. They are all arrogant. All of them. Every single one of them. Right? All of them who are the best in their field, right, to some degree have arrogance. It's that arrogance that got them that good. Take away Ronaldo's arrogance, it wouldn't be half the player he is. Yeah? Oh, it just drives me crazy. Like when people say this, it really bugs me. Yeah? Who are we to say, nah, I don't want him? But he's, well, whatever. I'm sorry, guys. I don't agree with all that nonsense. The man's a winner. The man can still do the business, right? Get him, right? What he can offer us on the pitch and, most importantly, off the pitch. For me, 6 months, which is nothing. No brainer. Go and get it done. Don't get me wrong, Ronaldo's been crap this season, but that's because he didn't want to be there and United basically kept him there against his will. He wanted to leave, right? Yeah, he wanted to leave. It's not the club he thought it was. Yeah, he's done his bit. Do you know what? If that was me and I scored all them goals, I got United into the Europa League, all these bollocks about, oh, he doesn't press. His job is to score goals, right? You know, Man United knew this when they got him. This is what annoys me. They knew this when they got him, right? This is no big surprise, yeah? What he does is he scores goals. He bags goals, right? As soon as he gets a chance, 9 times out of 10, that's a goal. That's done, yeah? That's done. He wanted to go, yeah, because he's looking around thinking, I've scored all these goals. I've got this club into the Europa League, which for me is, I mean, I'm used to Champions League, Europa League. I don't want to play in that. I don't want to play in that. You guys might be content with that. I'm not. Okay, I'm not. I don't come from that crap, right? I eat off the top table. I dine on the top table. I'm not a bottom feeder. I ain't down there. I'm not eating at the table at the back of the hall. No, I'm at the front. Yeah, that's arrogance. But I like the arrogance because he's good and he knows he's good. Yeah, there is nothing wrong in that. And again, this is why I say this world that we're in now, you're made to feel ashamed if you're ambitious. You're made to feel ashamed if you love yourself. You're made to feel ashamed if you dare say, do you know what? I've got this job and I'm really good at it. How dare you say you're good? You can't judge yourself like that. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Why not? You know, it's no different. No different. Yeah? Arsenal, get it done. Simple as that. Not entirely, and Ewan Jones, not entirely sure if it would work out for Ronaldo at Arsenal, though. Maybe short term, as he'd probably bag goals initially, but he probably wouldn't work out long term as Arteta can't handle big egos. Yeah, exactly why I said 6 months. Yeah, no more, no less. 6 months. He would be a short term fix for me. Yeah, like I say, guys, if when you look at it like this, right? If you're the owner, just say you're Edu or you're the Cronkies, right? You've got a chance of getting a player of this ilk, right? Think of the bigger picture. 6 months. It's 6 months. It's nothing. But bigger picture, what you could potentially gain out of this player in that amount of time, in 6 months, right? Yes, he'll score goals. He'll bag goals. Because, you know, he's a goal scorer. No matter where he's gone, he's done the business, right? For me, though, it's more about if Arsenal are building this process, and if Arsenal are, like building from, I'll use Terence's word, foundations, right? Building from below, building up. Yeah, it's not just the first 11. We're talking about. We're talking about the reserves. We're talking about the under-18s, the under-16s. Yeah, really building something at this club. Yeah, for years. What Man City are doing, right? That's what you call a project. Yeah, any player that he brings in, yeah, they don't look out of place. They play the same exact way in the under-16s, the under-18s as what they do in the first team. That's Pep saying, we are one club. We play the same way from the youth levels to the reserves to the first team, right? Arsenal have got to do the same. Building blocks. Got to do the same. Bigger picture is this. You bring in a player like that, he has a lot to offer. And when I say that, guys, I'm mostly talking about off the pitch, right? Off the pitch. If you've got young kids who are ambitious, hungry, and driven, trust me when I tell you this, that a man like that, a player like Ronaldo walking in, he will be swamped by those kids. Yeah. The question is, have we got kids like that? I'm sure we do. Yeah. But if you want to learn of someone, I used to say this about when Thierry Henry was coaching. This is Thierry Henry, probably the best player we've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt. When you look at a player like that, he's training those kids. He turns up. The minute he opens his mouth, those kids are listening. Yeah? Because surely this is Thierry Henry, right? He ain't going to put me wrong. Whatever this man says, I'm doing. If he tells me to jump up 4 times, I'm doing it. If he tells me to run after that ball over there, I'm doing it. If he tells me to go and have a shower, I'm doing it. It's Thierry Henry. Do you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I say that in jest, but you know what I'm saying? These are players, icons, legends of the game. You don't get bigger than this. You don't. And if you're a youngster, and you're a youngster and you're in the reserves on the under-18s, and you want to make a name for yourself, and it's your passion to play professional football and to break into the first team, and whether it be Arsenal or somewhere else, are you honestly telling me that you're not going to be listening to players like this? Yeah, these are the sort of players that when you're at home and you're on FIFA, you're playing these guys. You are playing as these guys. So surely to have one in the flesh, right, you'd be a sponge and soak up all that knowledge, because I'm telling you now, you do that, you're halfway there. You know what I'm saying? If he's there for 6 months, my God, for 6 months, I am watching this guy. I'm watching him, no matter what he's telling you. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe it's the world I'm in. I'm too old school. I don't know. Loro, big up yourself, Loro. Good to see you back. Thought you'd done a Lord Lukin on us. Nah, mate. No. I'm like a boomerang, mate. I always come back. You know that. Hope you're good, though, mate. Tony Neri, Neymar. Yeah, but do you know what? So the thing is, Tone, right? You're right. But with Neymar, there's always a question mark, isn't there? All right, there's still that debate. Is he up there with them two? Some will say yes. A lot more people will say no, because he's not consistent, right? He's not consistent. The one thing about Messi and Ronaldo, they do it season in, season out, right? They do it, honestly, right? They'll get 45 goals. The next season, they're getting 50. The season after that, they're getting 52. The season after that, they're getting 55. They just keep going. These two are machines. Look at Messi. The guy's 35, and he's lighting this World Cup up. I mean, let's be honest. The things he's doing with a ball now at 35 years of age, yeah, that is why I respect these two players, because at an age like that, you think that these players would slow down, maybe not be as hungry. When you've won what they've won, a player could almost be forgiven for switching off maybe 25, 30%. These guys don't. They're winners. Ronaldo is probably doing, honestly, like, when you see a lot of these ex-players, right? You see them now and they're all bloated, they're all fat. they're big because obviously they've had to look after, like, you know, their bodies for so long that now they're retired or now they're coming towards the end. You know, they couldn't eat a burger before, now they can, and you know, they can just go to town and go mad and eat what they want, drink what they want, have a beer. Yeah. See, I look at these two. You just know they're not going to be like that. You just know, right? The hunger. Do you know what I'm saying? The one thing, you know, to get to the top is hard enough. To stay there, to stay at the top for as long as these two have stayed. I mean, that is something. That is some achievement. And when I see people shitting over it, sorry to swear, but that I just look at it and I think, do you know what? It honestly, like, it irks me. That's the word I'm using. It really winds me up. I'm sorry, it really does. You know, no one has come close to these two for what, 10, 15 years. That is a long time to be at the top. That is a long time to be eating at the top table. Yeah, a hell of a long time. No one's even come close to taking their crown. No one in world football, by the way, world football. No one has come close to these two. I know that now. I think the next two now will probably be Haaland and Mbappe, right? But if those two achieve half of what these two have, that's something. That's something that needs to be appreciated. That's something that needs to be marveled at. That's something that needs to be spoken about. Yeah, it needs to be spoken about. I'm sorry. Right, let's not write these guys off now because he's 37. We can disrespect him now because he's old. Nah, sorry, that's just it's a lack of class for me. Steve, Ronaldo deserved better. Yep, couldn't agree more. Joanne, I'd rather have Giroud back. I'll take it back at all. Again, do you know what, Joanne? You bring up a good point there. Again, and I've said it before. I'm not just saying this. You guys know I'm not blagging you, right? I'm not blagging you. I've always said this on this channel about Giroud. Very underrated. I liked him. Very underrated, right? For a player like that to have scored the amount of goals he scored for Arsenal in a team that just did not suit him, right? Did not play to his strengths. To score the amount of goals he did for us, again, you have to appreciate that. You have to, right? You have to. Underrated. Giroud, always been underrated. Will he take us to a title? No. Right? But you know what? He done a good job for us. He's got a lot of goals for us. And a lot of Arsenal fans never appreciate him, never really took to him. I don't know why. I don't know whether it's because he was French or he was good looking. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. Yeah? Even a lot of the French fans just he's not, I don't know. I personally think it's because he's not really come from the French academy. He's not an academy player. You know, it's very similar story to like Graham Potter, where he's had to sort of graft his way up, you know, from the bottom leagues, and he's had to work his way up, which for me needs to be, that's commendable, right? That's commendable. But there is a lot of snobbery in football, unfortunately. There always has been, always will be. There's a lot of snobbery. And that's part of the reason why I think Giroud will, no matter what he does now, he will still never be fully appreciated by either Arsenal fans or by the French. I really do agree with that. And then Jones, I joined late, so you've probably already said, but where have you been? Not like you to go a few weeks without streaming, and have you watched any of the World Cup? Yeah, mate. So I've just work-wise, mate, just been massively busy. And yeah, I could do with a break, but plus I did get a bit of a cold. I was wheezing really bad. It's weird. I'm an asthmatic, right? But I've never had to use a pump, never. But I've been up to Wales twice, and I had a cold before that. But going up there, if you think it's cold down here in London, it's next level up there. Christ, and that obviously made my cold even worse. But I had a really bad wheeze, and for whatever reason, I just could not shift it. Plus, I'm a smoker as well, so that don't help. But yeah, it's just. I needed a bit of a break. But listen, I had a lot of messages from a lot of, you guys individually, Instagram and Twitter. So, Really appreciate that. Thank you very much. It is a bit draining, guys, like doing this. I'm not going to lie. Especially, you know, me, I love doing long streams. I like talking. I love it. But yeah, it's unfortunately, obviously, work sort of come first, you know. But I am back now. I'm just waiting for this. I'm just at the last of it. You know, when you talk a lot, right, and you get like a bit of a tickly cough. Yeah, that's what I've been fine all day. By the way, I've been fine all day. The minute I start doing this and I start talking, then it just bit of like it's like a frog in your throat or something. Ding dong, big up yourself, my brother. Evening, Big D. Hope you are well. I echo your views on Giroud. He was very important to Chelsea when we won the Champions League 2 years ago. Thank you. Exactly. There you go. There you go. Do you know what? I've got a thing. I've said this to you guys before. I've got a thing about good, honest players. I do. I love players like that. Giroud is an honest player. Jordan Henderson, good, honest player. James Milner, good, honest player. Gareth Barry, a good, honest player. Scott Parker, a good, honest player. I love those sort of players. I always have done. Because they will never grab the limelight. They never will, right? But they will give you a solid 7 out of 10 every single week. When James Milner was at Man City and he wanted to leave, they wanted to keep him, by the way. It was him who wanted to leave because he wanted to play more football, right? And I commend that. Because he didn't just sit on the bench and, you know, pick up his money. Yeah? He wanted to leave to play, right? At that time, I was like, Arsenal, go and get him. Go and get Milner, right? Can play in several positions, will always give 100%. And do you know what? When I say about snobbery in football, yeah, players like this will always get the piss taken out of them. They always do, right? I remember, I'll never forget once when I did a stream on here and I was saying about, I'd love to have Jordan Henderson at Arsenal. And a lot of Arsenal fans were like, what? No, he's rubbish. He don't do nothing. Don't do nothing. Have you ever watched this guy? Yeah, he's a worker. Will he get you 15, 20 goals a season? No, right? There's a reason Klopp has kept him at Liverpool and made him captain, right? Klopp ain't stupid, yeah? Makes you laugh. These Arsenal fans who sort of laud Jurgen Klopp, well, that's a decision he made, yeah? Do you know what I'm saying? He is a good, honest player, Jordan Henderson. The work he gets through in games, yeah? Fans don't see, because fans just want to see Salah and Mane and Arsenal. They want to see Gabriel Jesus. They want to see Saka. Martinelli, yeah? Which I get. Attacking players will always be the flavour of the month. I get that, right? But you need your backup singers. You need your supporting eyes, right? You need your henchmen, your workers, your water carriers. That's what these guys are. Every player needs them. Every club needs them, right? Ji-Sung Park. Any Man United fan in this chat right now, you'll know what I'm on about, yeah? Good, honest player. Work hard, right? There is a reason Sir Alex Ferguson always played this guy in the important games, in the finals, in the semi-finals. Any important game, he always started it. You know why? Because he was a good, honest player, and Sir Alex Ferguson knew he will give me 7 or 8 out of 10 every single week, right? You need players like that. Henderson is like that. James Milner, right? Even now, he's another one. How old is he? What, 36, 37, 38, Milner? Yeah, every time I see him play for Liverpool, I think he's amazing. I think he's brilliant. Puts his body on the line. I let you, do you know what? The snobbery just winds me up. Players like that, they're rare nowadays. But if you've got a player like that, I'll tell you something. Appreciate him, keep him, and make sure, love him. Love him, because I'll tell you something. Without players like that, you ain't winning nothing. It's as simple as that. You are not winning anything without players like that. Monreal was one for us. Nacho Monreal, left back. Was he brilliant, flashy? No, he wasn't. But you know what? Fair play and respect to him, because he was a good player. Will give us 7 out of 10 every single week. Every single week. Up, down, on that flank. Very good player. Good, honest player. A grafter. I love players like that. Love players. I always have done. AJ Bite in the chat. I see you, AJ. Pick up yourself, mate. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're well. These, I hope all the son is doing well. Same for the rest of the family, mate. Love you. Much love, mate. Much love. Hope you're well. Must be frustrating for Harry Kane to still. In fact, hang on. Wait there, guys. Wait there. I'm going to blow my nose. Wait there. Oh, it's better I can talk. Must be frustrating for Harry Kane to still not have won a trophy. That's all that he's missing. Right, listen, Steve, let me just say this. And again, you guys who watch me every week, right, you'll know this, yeah? Even when we said, I always used to say I would have Harry Kane all day long over Aubameyang. Harry Kane's a better striker, right? And so many Arsenal fans thought I was chatting crap and thought, no, how can you pick Harry Kane over Aubameyang? Well, I'll ask you the question as of right now. Who would you rather have? It's funny how the pendulum swings, right? But you know what? I look at Harry Kane and I think to myself, that debate, is he world class? For me, no. For me, no. And the reason being, right, and I do think we're in that age, that day and age now where we do throw this world-class statement around too frequently and too easy. Yeah. For me, to be called world-class, you have to earn it, right? If Harry Kane stays at Spurs, which I think he will now, he doesn't deserve to be called world-class, in my opinion. In my opinion. Hasn't won anything, right? A player of that ability who could probably walk into most sides, most big sides, and do a job, contribute, score goals, and win trophies. The fact that Harry Kane, I don't know what it is. I don't know whether he's obsessed with this, with beating Alan Shearer's record or not. I don't know. But for me personally, it's all about trophies. Yeah, when you're a professional player and you're a kid playing in the school playground, and you're playing football with your classmates, your mates, etc. Surely the aim is, or when you're that age, you're thinking about winning trophies. You know when you play for your school team and you're competing in these tournaments and you all get a medal if you win and stuff, and you take a picture of you and the team with holding the trophy. That should be inbuilt in you from young. Yeah, that should be. Now, when I look at someone like a Harry Kane, Man City wanted him. For me, Harry Kane could have pushed that through if he really wanted to, right? I don't think he pushed hard enough. I don't think he really, really wanted to go. I don't know. Is he scared of stepping up to a bigger club? I don't know. Yeah? I don't know. But it's another Alan Shearer moment, isn't it? When he went to Newcastle rather than Man United. And as much as Alan Shearer can sit here right now and say, I don't regret it, that's a load of crap. He does. He does. He does. Because look at what you could have won. Yes, you are a god in Newcastle. Don't get me wrong. Of course he is. He's a god. Right? But for a player of that quality to have only won one trophy, that's criminal. It's criminal. I look at Harry Kane. He's a good striker. Very good striker. He should have cabinets full of trophies and medals, and he hasn't. Yeah? And I always say to people, when you're a Premiership footballer and you retire from the game and you're now a granddad and you have your grandkids come round. Granddad, what's that trophy? Well, son, I won that in 89. I won that one in 91. That was the Premier League. I won that year. I won that in 2005. I got the Golden Boot in 2007. I won the Champions League in 2010. That one's for that. That one's for this. I won that in that year. I won this in that year. I won that over there. I won that. That for me is cool. That is where I look at it and think, yeah, you've done it. You've done the business. You've done it. You've shown your grandkids all your trophies, all your medals. Joe, what's Harry Kane going to do? Joe, I'm sorry. Like, as much as he might love Spurs or what, the name of the game is trophies. Yeah, and if you are not prepared, if you are not ambitious enough to leave a club like that, who are clearly not going to win anything, right, and go to a Man City or a Bayern Munich or somewhere where you are going to win something. If you are not ambitious enough to do that, you don't deserve to be called world class. For me, in my opinion, it's like Aubameyang when there was when he was with us. Will he go? Will he stay? Will he go? Will he stay? Will he go? Will he stay? And even then, I've done a stream on it. Then I said, do you know what? Because then he was in form, he was scoring goals. But I did say, if he's ambitious, he will go. He needs to go, right? He hasn't. He was 28 at the time. He hasn't got time to hang around for Arsenal's project, right? He's not a young player. He's getting on, right? If he truly wanted to win trophies or win something, he should have gone. But he didn't. He stayed. And do you know what? Half of me was like, oh, thank God he stayed. We've got him. But there was another part of me thinking, do you know what? You're unambitious. You're not ambitious for me. I love ambitious people. Yeah? If when people tell me, oh, what's your ideal woman? I love a woman who's ambitious. I do. It's such a turn on for me. I can't help it. The same as what a woman would say for a man. A man who's got his shit together, a man who knows what he wants, a man who's thriving, a man who's going in the right direction. That, for a woman, that's food and drink. It's the same thing. You know what I mean? Ambition is so seductive. It is. Right? And I look at an Harry Kane and I think, do you know what? Yes, you'll probably break Alan Shearer's record. Yes, you'll start at Spurs and you'll continue to score goals. But when you retire, when you get to the end, you've got nothing to show, really, for your career. And for a player of that ability, it's such a waste. It's not even now. People, I keep reading about Jude Bellingham, right? World class. No, he's not. Very good player. Very good player. Of course, he could get to world class. I'm not saying he can't, right? He's on the right path. He's not world class yet. None of them are. There is not one player in this England team squad who I would look at and think world class. Not one. Now, are there players in there who I think could potentially get there? That's a different argument, right? Because yes, I do. Phil Foden is on his way. Yeah? Saka could, right? Are they world-class as of right now? No, they're not. Yeah? Are they the highest paid players at this bloody World Cup all day long? Right? But how bad is that? There's not one world-class player in this England squad. Not one. Not one. And we apparently have the best league in world football. Right? We have the best league in world football, according to a lot of people, because of the foreigners we've got in it, not because of the English talent we've got. That's a fact, right? If anyone disagrees with me and thinks that there are world-class players in this England squad, please tell me who they are. Name them. Name them, right? I'm not saying they're crap, right? Don't obviously, misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm not saying that. There are certain players in there who are on the cusp who can get there. In the future, who could potentially get there. I'm on about, as of right now, right this minute, can you name me one or two or three world-class players in that England squad? Because I can't. Okay? But then, again, I said it earlier on, we keep throwing that term around. Yeah? Too easily for me. Too easily. Right? Could England win this World Cup? Do you know what? Due to what we've seen, the upsets and the shocks or whatever... They got a good chance. Why not? Why not? It's belief at the end of the day. We've got France now. Yeah. Now, obviously, the money's going to be on France. But you know what? Southgate, this is where he needs to earn his money, right? Because as good as France are, it's all about belief, guys. If England go into that game believing, do you know what? We're as good as this lot. We're as good as them. We can give these guys a game. In fact, boys, come on, we're up for it. Come on, we can do this. All of that, we can do this. Come on, you up for it? Yes, you. Let's go and get him. Let's show him. Come on, pump up, be pumped. Be pumped going into that game. I'll tell you, anything can happen. Anything. No club is immortal, guys. No country is immortal. Are France good? Are they quality? Of course. Brazil, quality? Of course. Can they be beat? Of course. Are they unbeatable? No. No. They can be. It's all about this, and I keep going to it all the time. Mindset, the belief. Believe in yourselves. Play as a team. Have each other's backs. Go to war. If France are going to beat us, right, let's make it as hard as possible for them. So if they do beat us, they have to crawl off the pitch, not walk off, because they have given everything in this game. Everything. Blood, sweat, tears, you name it, they've left it on the pitch. If they're going to beat us, they're going to have to bloody earn it. And they're going to have to earn it the hard way. Yeah? A mentality like that, if England have that, they have got a very good chance against France. Very good chance. If they don't, and they think just one or two of them in that side, oh God, it's France. Oh God, oh God, oh God. It's done. Yeah? It's all about belief. Right? It's all about belief. It's who wants it more. Right? Us or them. Who wants it more? Who's willing to die for it? Who's willing to work for it? Yeah? That's just my opinion. Stephen Henderson is a leader, and you can see it for Liverpool and England. I love Henderson. Listen, a lot of Arsenal fans insult Henderson, and they have done over the years. I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get it. I really don't. I'll take him in a heartbeat. The Dugout Football Channel. Doug Alas! Hope you're well, Doug. Hope you're well, mate. Big up yourself. Hope you're good. Hope you're good. It's been a while. Fair play to you, mate. Hope you're good. We've got the signature in the chat as well. Big up yourself, mate. Big up yourself. And Ewan Jones. Good question. What are your thoughts on DT being back on YouTube and his comments about AFTV, etc.? For me, he hasn't changed. He's not sorry, and he's trying to deflect the blame away from himself onto AFTV, etc. Do you know what? Let me say this. I don't know the bloke. I don't particularly want to know him. I've heard a lot about him from Claude. Rest in peace. And Claude may be a lot of things. Claude was never a liar. So a lot of what he's told me, I believe. This guy just comes across to me as a bully. It's as simple as that. He just comes across as a bully. He may well have changed. I don't know. Right? I don't know. I don't know him. I know he's getting a bit of a hard time and he's getting bashed at the moment. There is a part of me thinking, well, look, he's done his time. Just leave him be. I don't see the point of talking about him. I don't get it. He doesn't affect me. I don't affect him. He doesn't pay my way in life, so I couldn't give a toss what he thinks about me. I'm one of them people. Yeah. If you're paying for me, if you're paying my bills, I will care what you think. If you're not, who are you? Yeah. Leave me alone. Do you know what I mean? You don't affect me. Right. I'm one of them people. So, you know, he came for me once, myself and Terence. I'll never forget that. Trying to make out we was using and abusing Claude and trying to nick his money and stuff like this. This guy had no facts, by the way. He just come out and said this on Twitter. We did nothing to him either. He just come for us. And I think he was expecting all these little minions to jump off the back of that and come and get us as well. They didn't, but little did he know that, you know, we're big men, like we're not little boys who, oh my God, he's been horrible to me. Oh my God. No. I'm from East London, my friend. Yeah? You're from Luton. Enough said. I'm from East London, East. Right? Take more than that to scare me. Yeah? And for me, he just comes across, and, you know, Claude will tell you this, he's just a bully. He's just a bully. You know, can give it all that to a woman. Yeah? If he come across me in a dark alley at night, would he have done that to me? No. Men hit back. Yeah? It's as simple as that. What he done was for me it was disgusting. It was serious. Do you know what? The AFTV thing, who knows? Who knows? Look, it's a business, right? It's a business, first and foremost. There's a lot of what they've done that I don't agree with. But you know what? There's part of me thinking, well, am I meant to feel sorry for this guy? I've seen how they were with Claude, the way they treated him. And you know what? To be honest, and I always made a point of saying this when I was on Claude and the Bansters, always made a point of saying this, that guy, and I was, do you know what? Sorry, I'm going to say this again. Claude stood toe-to-toe with that lot, toe-to-toe with that lot for 8 years. 8 years. Week in, week out, right? Week in, week out, stood toe-to-toe with him for 8 years. And when he got dropped, not one of them picked up the phone. Not one of them went to see if he was all right. Not one of them. Yeah, they knew he lived alone. They knew he suffered from mental health. They knew there was a lockdown. Yeah, they knew he was in a bad place. Yeah, because that was his life. 8 years being part of that, to be dropped like that. Yeah, and not one of them checked in on him, made sure he was all right. And for me, and I meant to sit here and feel sorry for this guy. No. Sorry, because where was he with Claude? Where was he? This is my argument to a lot of people. It's all right coming out now that he's passed away and saying, "Oh, I loved him. Oh, what a man he was. Oh, me and him, we were best mates." No, you weren't. Because when he was alive, where were you? Yeah. Do you remember, guys, when he when Claude of the Bansters? Do you remember when he done that stream? He was in the calf. He was doing a stream and he had a bit of a bad turn. Do you remember that? Yeah, and we had to end the stream. Do you remember that? Yeah, because he wasn't well. He was in the calf on his own. Anyone remember that? Yeah, if you do, say yes in the chat. Yeah, don't know if any of you can remember that. He was in a calf near to where he lived, doing a stream. It was during the day. He had a bit of a funny turn. Yeah, the girl in the calf had to call the hospital. I don't know if anyone remembers that, right? So, but seeing something like that, again, where was the call? Where was the support? Yeah? Where was it? I saw all the messages. We were privy to all the emails, all the messages coming in. We all had access to it. I didn't see anything. Yeah? So forgive me, guys, if I'm sitting here and I'm struggling to feel sorry for this guy, because for me, this guy had it easy compared to what Claude had. Yeah? Where was the support from DT to him? Yeah? DT bullied Claude. It's as simple as that. Bullied him. Yeah? Bullied him. And you know what? He's been to prison. It's not the first time he's been in there. Beats up women. And listen, let's be honest. It's not just any random woman we're talking about. This is the mother of his children. The mother of his children. Now, I'm an old school kind of guy. Old school East End. We're taught you don't do things like that. Yes, you can have a row with your bird or whatever. Right? You don't raise your hands to a woman. You just don't do it. Especially the mother of your children. Whether you're with her or not, you have a respect. Yeah? That's the mother of your children. The mother of your children. That's next level. Next level. Right? You don't do them things. You don't do them things, right? You don't do them things. I'm sorry, it's as simple as that. And if that was my sister, he'd have done that too. Trust me when I tell you now, he wouldn't be on the stream talking how he is. It's as simple as that. That's my view on it, Anirin Jones. Yeah, I wish him no harm. Like I say, I don't know the fella. I don't know the bloke. I don't. But from what I hear and from what I see from afar, not my type of people. I like classy people. Yeah. I like people who've got manners, loyalty, respect. I don't like scumbags like that. So I don't associate with people like that. It's as simple as that. Anurin, thank you for your comment there, brother. And also we've got, look, my guy Wazza. Now listen, if anyone didn't see Warren doing his stream, I think it was not last week, the week before, about the Mary Celeste big ship that went missing, never been found, supernatural mystery. Then obviously, yeah, make sure you tune into Waz's stream when he done it on here. Hi Diesel, I hope you're okay. I saw an incredibly frightening chat between Brian Rose and David Icke today. It was terrifying. Oh, okay. I might have to go and check that out after this, mate. Nice one. Cheers, Waz. I hope you're good as well, mate. And Ewan Jones, at the end of the day, sums up the crime system in this country that he's even out, especially after having his sentence stripped initially. I mean, he threatened to stab his son with a knife, for God's sake. But this, look, you know, this is what, listen, I'm a parent. You know, I would never, ever do that to his mum. I would never, ever threaten my own son. This is my son. He's my blood. Yeah? Listen, this is what I'm saying to you guys. You know, this is what annoys me about a lot of the kids now. Kids who watch these people, even on, you know, certain characters on AFTV, and treat them like royalty, right? Away from the camera. You know, some of them aren't decent people. Yeah? Yeah, they might have a big following. They might be on camera and obviously talk about the Arsenal game. And others, oh my God, you know, they might have this following. Yeah, but you don't know these people, right? They're not who they appear to be. Do you know what I'm saying? You know, it depends on what you want. I've always said this. You know, if you want to watch EastEnders, Coronation Street, Emmerdale, or whatever, watch stuff like that. Watch it because it's actors who get paid. It's as simple as that. That's no big secret. That's a fact. It's not my opinion. That's a fact. They are actors. They get paid, right? They get paid. You know, the more controversial, the more views it gets. Hence, the more money it makes, right? It's common sense. You know, it's if you want to watch something real and a real opinion, you know, I would, people like myself, you know, there's others, you know, we will never take the piss out of you guys. You know, like we always tell it straight. We always say our opinion. You guys might not agree. I mean, I said like the Ronaldo thing. I know a lot of Arsenal fans don't agree with me on that. I know they don't. You guys probably watching this right now don't agree with me on it. That's cool. That's fine. I don't mean we've got to, you know, coat each other off or slag each other off. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? It's all about a difference of opinion, you know, but be honest with it. Whether you're going to like my opinion or not, the one thing that keeps you guys keep coming back to me, even when I've not streamed in about 3 weeks, is that you know that when I do stream, I am totally 100% honest with you guys. I will tell you what I'm thinking, yeah? And you might like it, you might not, but at least you know I'm being truthful with you. And it's as simple as that. You can't blag this. You can't stream for as long as I've streamed and still act like you're going to be found out. You guys are too smart. I've always said this. I've got a very intelligent chat room. I've always said that. It's not the first time I've said it. I've said this for time. You guys have. A lot of you followed me over from Claude and the Bouncers. You know what I mean? You guys, you know, you're real. No matter what time of day I stream, I know the majority of you guys are going to be in it. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's a respect thing. You know, it's just, I don't see the point in lying. Just tell the truth. Be honest. You know, it's a platform to be able to do those things. But you know what? Do you know what makes me laugh? People like myself, we're honest and we're real. And yet the ones, the fakers, the ones who chat crap and who, you know, you can tell they change with the wind. They're the ones who will always trump us little guys when it comes to views, subs, whatever it is. They always will. I don't understand why. I just don't get it. I can only assume there's so many kids watching it that it's like watching something and you know you're being lied to, but you like it. It's entertainment, right? It's like watching EastEnders. We know EastEnders isn't real. We know it's actors and it's pretend, but we're so engrossed in it. Oh my God, Sharon and Phil. Oh my God, did you see that? Yeah, it's acting. Yeah, I know, but still, do you know what I mean? It's the same thing. It's entertainment, guys. That's all it is. Right? It's all it is. Yeah? Not all of them. Right? Some of them are okay. Yeah, but there are a few who I see through. I just see through them. But you know what? Whatever they're doing, if it's working for them, listen, you know, fair play to them. Fair play to them. AJ Byatt, 24 likes. Boom! Come on. Try and get, well, I want to try and get 100, but 50 would do. And Newman, exactly. Cracks me up the amount of people that have subbed to him and are actually standing by him. There's evidence to say he hasn't changed. He's deleted negative comments, even wants to get guests on. Well, do you know what, mate? I've always you know, I'm not one to cut him off or slag him off. You know, like I keep saying, I don't know him. If that's what he wants to do, let him do it. Look, you know, I've seen a few streams where people are just really like going in on him, and you know, my thing is he affecting me? No. Do I cross paths with him? No. If he wants to, he's got a channel. If he wants to pick up where he left off and carry on, that's up to him. Listen, we can't force people to watch us, right? People either want to watch him or they don't. They either like him or they don't. You know, it's as simple as that. It's very. I know. It's like you know, when he was saying this all that stuff about AFTV, I think for your first stream, your very first stream to have gone on like that, yeah, like you're saying, Ewan, it was a bit, you know, he was deflecting a little bit. But look, let him do what he's got to do. The truth always comes out in the end, you know, and I've always said that, you know, I've got peace of mind, right? I've got peace of mind. I'm a nice guy. You know, anyone who knows me knows I'm a nice guy. You know, I'm a family man. I look after my friends. I haven't got many friends. I've got a lot of associates. I don't have a lot of friends. I can count on one hand the friends I've got, but that's enough, right? And we're decent people. You know, we look after each other. You know, we come from that school, if you like. I've never been to prison. Yeah, never been to prison. You know, I've never hit a woman. I have a great relationship with my boy's mum. So it's so I can look at him. He may have a bigger channel than me. He may have more subs than me. He may get more views than me. But would I rather be sitting where I am or where he is? I'd rather be here. Says it all, right? Yeah. You can't beat class. You can't beat intelligence. It's as simple as that. Hey, look, Warren would tell you, having chatted to Diesel offline, I can promise you all that Diesel is 100% real. The way he is when he streams is the way that he honestly is, guys. I chat to Warren all the time. I'm exactly the same off camera that I am on. Anyone would tell you, I've had long chats with Warren, Jez, all of them. Name them, ask anyone, right? Northside, my bro Northside, big him up. All these guys, you want to know about me? Ask them. I speak to these guys off camera. I'm the exact same. I don't chat shit. All right. What I'm saying to you guys now is exactly what I say to them. And I've always said this, guys. When you've got a chat, me personally, I can't speak for everyone else. When you've got a channel and you've got a platform and you want to build it up, I want to build it up the right way. I've always been clear from day one, right, when I set this up. You know, I want to do it the right way. I want to prove that I can do it. It's part of the reason why I started this. I was on the Claude of the Bouncers, 34,000 subs, right? Think about it, 34,000, right? But can I build? Can I? Yeah? Join that when it was 22,000. And Terence and I had a hand, not did it, you know, just us. It was three of us. We were a team. We built it up from 22 to 34, right? So, yeah, we proved that we could do it. But you know what? This is mine. I can say what I want on here, uncensored. I can say what I want. I can build. Can I do it? You know, and it's a risk. I'm starting from scratch. I'm going to try and build. If I flop, I flop. But I can say I'll give it a go. I did my best. It didn't work out. Oh, well, I'm still going to eat tonight. I'm not looking at doing this full time, and I've been very clear on that. You know, so I don't need to use and abuse people or lie or whatever. I don't want to do this full time. I don't. I love doing it, but not for a full-time job. I couldn't do it, right? But you know what? It's honest. And if it builds up even bigger than what it is, and it's not big at all, is it really, if we're being honest? But if it gets bigger, then do you know what? I can look back and say I built that the right way. Many people around me have built it the wrong way, or they force, or they buy. I mean, there's a couple at the moment. I was chatting to Northside about this. There are a couple. You see the views and you think, hang on a minute. How has that channel got 3,000, 4,000 subs? And yet they only get 20 views per stream on average, 20, 25 views. Yeah, they're buying their subs. They buy them. It's things like that. Even on Instagram, right? There's a certain someone, right, who posts on Instagram, yeah, and he gets 100 likes when he posts something, and I know he's bought them. I know he's bought them. I'm not going to expose it. I'm not going to expose the person, but I know. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just like, why? I don't get it. Like, whatever. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm in the dark ages. I don't know. Joanne, have you seen any good series? Do you know what? Oh, what did I say? Ooh. Do you know what? I've got to say this, right? So, Joe, you know how much of a rom-com person I am. I love my rom-coms, right? I am not ashamed to admit that, guys. I'm not. Last night, I watched a rom-com called Letters to Juliet. Oh, my God. Great film. Powerful. What? It was that good. I was tempted to watch it back again. I didn't, though. But I did watch that. So I'd recommend that. Anyone who likes a rom-com, watch that. And also, I watched The Knoll, Noel, Knoll, The Knoll Diary. That's now on Netflix. That's a really good film. Again, another rom-com. I've just started watching Wednesday, which is a series that's on Netflix now. It's like the Addams Family. This is all about the daughter. Wednesday. I'm only on episode 1, so I can't really comment too much on it at the moment. What else have I seen? I have struggled though with actually no, I'm watching a series at the moment called Arrow. Yeah, I'm watching that. That's decent. That's all right. That's not bad. But yeah, other than that, it's just really been one-off films, if I'm honest with you, horrors and stuff like that. Tony Ibra, my guy. I mentioned you at the start of the stream, bruv. Come on, I love you. Lateness is greatness. Big up my guy Diesel. Big up the chat. Boom! Come on. Hope you well, mate. Hope you good. We've got Feng Sports as well in the chat. Thoughts on Jesus injury? Who would have thought this would happen? Arteta and Co will have a lot to answer for if they don't sign a replacement in January. That's how I know, Feng. You've arrived late because I spoke about this ages ago at the start of the stream, and I totally agree. We're going to see the ambition, the real, true ambition of this club, right, in January, because now all this, Jesus injured, Arsenal may be forced into the transfer market because Jesus injured. No. Whether Jesus injured or not is irrelevant. We had to go into the transfer market anyway. Don't make out, because he's injured, we may have to dip our toe in it. No. That toe needs to be, in fact, the whole foot needs to be dipped in the transfer window in January. It's irrelevant of who's injured or who's not. We need players anyway. So don't make out the Jesus thing as forcing us to act. We needed to act anyway, regardless, right? So that's my take on it. We got the legend that is Jez Collins. My guy, I'm a boomerang, Jez. I go, but I'm back. Hey, mate, where you been? Good to see you. I hope you're well, mate. I hope you're well. Good. We'll have to catch up soon, very, very, very shortly. All right, I'm back now. I'm back. Found my voice. I haven't coughed in ages. It's getting better, guys, isn't it? AJ Diesel, huge congratulations on 1.62 subs. Thank you very much, mate. Do you know what? I'm surprised I've even got that. Seriously, I'm surprised. I thought I'd get 500, 600 maybe tops. But yeah, it's road to 2K, right? I've got to stream more though. I personally think I would be on a lot more. I'm not just going to sound really arrogant this, but do you know what? Sorry, it's me. Come on, allow me, guys. Allow me, right? I do think if I streamed a lot more, right, I'd have a lot more subs, which kind of makes sense, right? It's common sense. You know, the more you stream, the more people are going to watch, the more out there you're getting, and obviously the more subs you're going to get, right? So yeah, it's common sense. So I will try, guys. I promise you. Tony Ibra, the first super chat of the night. That he's obviously donating to the Sirloin State Fund. Thank you very much. I can have half a steak, Tony. I can have half a steak, right? I'll let you off, right? I know it's Christmas is coming. Money's tight. I get that. I'll let you off. Only this once, though, bruv. I love you. My guy, 100% real. See, here's for the Sirloin Steak Fund, SSF. Love my guy, Tony. And listen, mate, all joking aside now, I really appreciate your message to me on Instagram as well. I know you are a massive, massive follower of the show. I know you're always seeing, you always watch. And I think, I don't know if I'm being a bit too dramatic here, but I actually think you kind of like me, Tony, as well. So thank you very much. You love to watch me, mate. You love what I say. Love it. You love the facts, right? You love the fact that I speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the very truth. Tony, I love you. Thank you very much, mate. You are a top man. Thank you. Do you know what? I don't know what it is, right? It's really weird. Like Jez is here, right? He'll tell you as well. When you stream and you see a super chat, it just gives you a buzz. I don't know what it is. It's not so much the money thing. It's more, oh my God, it's a highlight. It's highlighted and I don't know. It just makes me buzz. I can't help it. I'm sorry. I've got to be honest with you guys. Ding Dong's going to go now. Need to shoot. Take care, Big D, and hopefully see you soon. Now, top man. Oh, right, it's 11 o'clock as well. I've been going, oh, look. Christ. Do you know what? When I was streaming earlier on, right, I hit 26 minutes, and I thought to myself, God, my throat's going to go now. I'm only 26 minutes in. If I end the stream, it's going to look bad. I haven't streamed in about 3 weeks. Along I come, I do 26 minutes, and all of a sudden I have to end it. I can't do this to the people. I just can't. So I persevered, sparkling water, persevered, and then I start chatting, and then by the time I look, it's like 1 hour and 55 minutes. This is typical Diesel. This is what Diesel does. Long streams can chat for Britain. Love it. As long as you're not bored of it, guys, because if you are, just tell me and I'll just do loads of little ones. But once I start talking, I can't shut up. I'm so sorry. I'm late. I didn't know you were streaming. I'm only doing it because you're here, bruv. Come on, you know how much I love you. Joseph O'Hanlon as well. Big up yourself, Joseph. How's the form, Diesel? Long time no see. Hope you're good, Joseph, mate. I'm all good, mate. I'm still breathing. Can't moan. Tony K. God, Tony, mate. Hey, it's been a while, hasn't it? Hey, Diesel, long time no see. Big up, brother. Saudi Arabia consortium wanting to buy Liverpool FC. Mate, I couldn't care less who buys my club as long as they put money in and, they get us back to where we are. Then, do you know what? Have it. Which I think is what they'll... Listen, Liverpool is an institution. You know, Liverpool, Man United, they're the two biggest clubs in this country, and they're massive worldwide. Obviously, Man United first and then Liverpool. But you're talking two institutions, two big football clubs. So... The only thing I would say, I mean, you know, sometimes we've got to be very careful what we wish for, right? Because for all you know, the owners who come in could be worse than what you had. You just don't know. But when you look at Man City and how they're doing, obviously just writing blank checks, they've just got untold amount of riches. I mean, as a fan, let's be honest, if we had a chance of having that at our club, can afford any player, you'd be tempted, right? Also, let me just say as well, this Super League, don't think that's gone away. That's coming back, right? Trust me on this, and I've said this before. That's been put on the back burner. That's not gone. That will come back. There was a reason the Cronkies will not sell this club, right? It's because they know something. They know sooner or later this Super League is going to happen, right? It will happen. There's too much money in it. Too much money involved. It will happen. If I was an owner of a football club in the Premier League, I would not sell for anything at the moment because I know Super League is where the big bucks are. Jez, Diesel, proven fact, I haven't streamed a lot during this World Cup and I've lost 12 subs, mate. So it does affect your subs. Yes, getting super chats does really give you a buzz. It does. That's what I'm saying. See, it's not just me, people. Do you know what it is? I was having this chat with Northside as well because I think that about 3-4 weeks ago I did a stream on his channel, and we were saying off camera that we've noticed our subs have gone down. And do you know what, guys? It's really funny, right? Because sometimes, and I'm being honest with you, sometimes when you do a stream, you give it a few hours and then you look back, you keep looking, checking just to see how it's done. Has a lot of people watched it? Have you had a lot of views? There are times where obviously my views are really up, right? And it's such a buzz. Oh my God, 800 people have watched it already. It's only been 4, 5, 6 hours. And, you know, obviously, you know, it just goes up and up and up, and it's nice when you're when you do a stream, because it's like, oh, a lot of people are watching it. They must like what they're watching, and it's a good feeling. It's nice, but you do get those streams as well where you think, God, blimey, I was ranting and raving for 2.5 hours on that stream, and only 200 people have watched it. What? 200? Where was the 600 people from last week? Where have they gone? What, do they not like me anymore? Did I say something to upset them? What? What's going on? I've lost 3 or 4 subs. What? Why? Why? What did I do? Just tell me what I did wrong. It's really mad, right? You do have those sort of, not so much now, I'm fine, but when I was new to it, I was thinking, oh. But you know what? It's not just, you know, sometimes you take it personally. It's not just me. It's not just Jez. Everyone's views have gone down. I don't know what it is. I really don't know what it is. You kind of think, obviously, with winter being in, no one's out as much. There's a lot more people working from home. So you'd look at it, wouldn't you? But, you know, I noticed it when I was streaming during COVID. I thought, oh, I'm going to get loads of views here, right? Because everyone's at home. No one can go out. Everyone's stuck indoors. Wasn't the case at all. Wasn't the case. It's really weird. It just goes in phases. It's really strange, like the algorithms, how they work. But you know what? I've always said to anyone who's starting up a channel, it's just perseverance, man. It's just, you know, don't do it for a couple of weeks and think, oh, I'm not getting views. It's not overnight. You know, it takes a lot of work. And, yeah, just try and make them memorable. You know what I mean? Just try and, you know, if you've got the ability to sort of sit in front of a laptop and chat for like an hour or so and talk about something you're passionate about. You know, there's nothing better. Like when you're passionate and that passion comes out, people like watching you. You know, there's a few people who do streams. I just can't watch them because they're so bloody boring. They are boring. They've no personality, right? They're worse than Harry Maguire. Like they just sit there and they're just talking, and it's just they've got 4 people in the live chat, and one's the wife, the other one's the brother, the mum and dad. It's just honestly, it's boring. It's boring. But I think we're in a day and age now where people, you know, you have to engross people. You know, we all do it. You know, we go on YouTube, like, you know, we flick through something and, oh, you know, this looks interesting. But if it's boring, oh, no, you turn it off. You don't give the time to see. You know, we know, us guys who have got, you know, myself, Jez, you know, we've got channels, you know, we've probably got 30 seconds to try and grab you in, right? And if we do, then brilliant. You're here for the whole stream. But, yeah, obviously, or you're going to get people who might watch you for, I don't know, 5-10 seconds, and if they're not engrossed, oh no, I'll watch something else. And it happens. You know, no matter how good you are. Yeah, everyone's rushing now. You know, we're in a rat race world now, aren't we? So it is what it is. Tony K, I've seen this. No, I've not seen it. I've seen it advertised. Is it good? Diesel, have you seen 1899 on Netflix? Creators of Dark is getting excuse me. Oh, Creators of Dark is great, getting a lot of unjustified hate, though. No, I haven't seen it, mate. Is it good, yeah? Let me know. Massive congratulations to Joanne Smith as well. Joanne has now lost over 2 stone. I lost 4 pounds last week, Joe. I'm not even joking. 4 pounds. Don't laugh. No, don't laugh, Joe. Don't laugh. I'm being serious. But obviously, that's nothing compared to you. Well done, darling. Honestly, again, I'll use that word again, Joe. It's perseverance. It's not easy at all, is it? The older you get, the harder it is to like lose weight. I used to like lose weight like that. Now, my God, I look at a cake, I put a stone on. That's how bad it is. I haven't even touched it. I've just got to look at it. Look at an ice bun, bang, half a pound, boom, apple turnover, got a stone right on there. I can't walk past Greg's anymore. I just can't do it. Look, 29 likes. Come on, AJ. It's going up. It's going up. Brilliant. Arsenal finally back where they belong, up at the top. Diesel as well. 2 powerhouses, and Chelsea being Chelsea, splashing cash. Still not right. Still not right there. Potter will take time. Yeah, I do like Potter. I think he deserves time. Again, I talk about the snobbery within football. Potter's been there 5 minutes, but because he's not good looking enough, he doesn't have the right fit, and it's not foreign, then obviously, you know, people are going to look at him and think, oh, he ain't done nothing. Oh, he's got to go. Oh, sack him. Get a foreign one in. No. Graham Potter. If his surname was Potterino or Potterino or Potiola, then, yeah, obviously, we'd all like him, right? Give these managers a chance, man. Like Sean Dyche is another one. I like Sean Dyche. I think he's a good manager. I really do. I think he's a good manager. Right now, he's been boxed into that pigeonhole of, oh, but he plays boring football, he's defensive. Well, so would you if you was at Burnley. My God, this guy had no money to have kept them in the top flight year in, year out on virtually no budget. I mean, come on, I give the geezer his flowers, man. But he's a good manager. But again, he can't get a job. And I think again, I said it about players: James Milner, Gareth Barry, Scott Parker, Nacho Monreal, Jordan Henderson. Good, honest players. But he's a good, honest manager. Yeah, a good, honest manager. Players will play for him. You know, he's a good manager, but he just can't get a job. Shame. It really is a shame. G Money, my guy. Come on, bro. Big up yourself. Hope you well, mate. Diesel. Oh, God, you got a stutter there, G, but I like it. Hope you've been well, bro. Mate, I'm all good. If you're happy, I'm happy. You know that. I'm good, thank you, mate. I'm really good. Also, if we don't make free signings in January, we're not a serious football club and don't want to win the title. Mate, if we don't spend anything, if we don't get any players in at all, then we've not learned our lesson from the season before, from last season, and I will call out every single one of them on a stream because that's unforgivable. It's unforgivable. You know, like that was just look, we don't know what's going to happen. All this, what they might say is if they don't sign anyone, we tried, but the right player wasn't available in this window. All that rubbish, right? Now, a lot of fans will get taken in by that. Oh, that's all right, Mikel. That's all right, darling. That's all right, gorgeous. That's all right, sweet boy. No. Arsenal have got money, right? Got money. Don't tell me you could not find 1, 2, 3 players in world football to come to this club. I'm sorry. Call them out. Tony Ibra, these are my 100% straight man, but with the whole LGBTQ plus VAR during the World Cup has confused me. But yeah, it's a bromance I have for you, my bro. I love you, Tony. Come on, my guy. Do you know what? I had to look that up because I wasn't aware of that, you know, the way that Qatar are out there. Someone asked me the other day, like, what do you think of that? I said, look, do I agree with it? No. But if you're going to someone's yard, you got to respect the rules, right? I don't think I'm being out of order like when I say that. If you don't like what they have over there, if you don't like their rules, don't go. Don't go. Because we'd be the same. You know, we got certain things over here and people come over and start trying to stop what we do and trying to introduce what they believe in. Well, hang on a minute. You're in our country. You're in our yard. You can't come here and dictate to us. Right? You're not from here. We are. It's the same thing. You can't go over there, right? You know, I think it's wrong. Of course it is. You know, the belief system and the, like, you know, gay marriages. Like, I'm one of those guys. Listen, I'm one of those people. Listen, you know, live and let live. You know, I am. If you're gay, straight, lesbian, it doesn't matter. Like, you love who you love, right? You know, as long as you're not hurting me, you're not affecting me. Do you know what? Do your thing. But you know what? When you go to another country and you go over there, then rightly or wrongly, you have to respect their rules. You have to. Otherwise, don't go. No one's forcing you to go. That's my argument. No one's forcing you. You don't have to go. Yeah, but the World Cup's there. Well, don't go then. If you don't agree with it, don't go. Yeah, but I've got to go. No, you ain't got to go. You idiot. Come on. Nice, isn't it, when I can do the old East London thing and I've got that Jamaican twang, yeah? You love that, guys, didn't you? Feng Sports, Diesel versus Terence needs to happen again soon. Mate, if I can find the geezer, like, he just doesn't ring me anymore. And I know at some point he's going to watch this. If he's not watching it now, in fact, he might be watching it now because he's probably working right now. He's in his car. He's probably got me on the radio or something. Terence, respond to a text. Ring me. It can't just be one way, me ringing you all the time. You've got to ring me back. It's a two-way street, my friend. Give me a ring, all right? I thought we was boys, Tel. I thought we were boys. Yeah? So come on, ring me. I know you've still got my number. You haven't lost it. Don't make out you lost your phone. You should know my number off by heart. Ring me. AJ, Diesel, I will always be grateful to you and Terence for everything you have done for me since we met, and I will always support you both every step of the way. AJ, love you, bro. Come on. See, it's messages like that. I just love it. Absolutely love it. Thank you very much, AJ. Really nice of you, bro. Thank you very much. Tony Cates, it's quality diesel. My mum watched it and she got so confused. It's a real loophole type of show. So if you can't binge it, don't watch it. Right. Oh, it's a series. I thought it was a film. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm going to watch it though. Good going, mate. £4 is brilliant. Thank you. It's a start, Joe. It's a start. Do you know what I mean? It's a start. You know, something to build on. But I am going gym with it as well. So I can't just diet and not go gym. I have to go gym. So, and you're into terrible news about Pele. It's obviously only a matter of time before they announce he's died. There's a documentary about him though on Netflix, which sounds good that I want to watch. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I've seen that documentary. I saw the one. I saw the one on Maradona. That was really good, actually. Do you know what? Anything like that, I love those documentaries on top players, world-class players, you know, to get into their psyche and just see what makes them tick. I love documentaries like that. You know, it's even like in the mind of a serial killer or, you know, like the Jeffrey Dahmer thing. I mean, that fascinated me, that. I thought that was, I say brilliant. It sounds bad saying that, but it was brilliant. It was a really good, it just gave you an insight into this guy, into how he thinks and what may have triggered it or what ticked him off and what he was like as a child, as a kid. How do you I don't know, because I don't think anyone's born evil, you know. And you get these scientists now or whatever they are trying to make out, oh, you know, if there's an imbalance, a chemical imbalance in there. I don't know if that's true, but personally, I don't think you're born into the world evil. I think you become evil. Grant McRoberts, Sean Dyche, boring football is a myth. They were the highest scoring side in the championship when he got them up. Wanted him at Rangers. Grant, good point. See? It's not just me, is it? He is a good manager. I've always liked Sean Dyche. Very good, honest, level-headed, honest. Good, honest man. Good, honest man. Steve kept Burnley in the league for 5 years. He got Burnley into the Europa League qualifiers. But no one talks about that. That's what annoys me, right? Give the guys credit. No one talks about the good he's done. He's been tarred with that brush. And that is why no club in the league in the Premier League is going to look at him. No club is going to look at him. And it's sad. It's sad. You know, someone like, it depends how long Lampard lasts, but I'd say like an Everton. You know, I'd urge Everton, if they do get rid of Lampard, look at a Sean Dyche, because he could come in and actually do something with a budget. The man's not had a budget. Give him a budget. See what he can do. Give him a chance. Give him a chance, honestly. I think he deserves it. And Nuri, to be fair, though, certain laws such as giving the death penalty for being gay is just unacceptable. The fact that can still happen in 2022 is unbelievable. Someone needs to do a Nelson Mandela. No, it's true. Listen, you know, I agree with you. I think if I've got a chance to go somewhere, and you know, you do your research on that particular place, and you think, oh, you know, then why would you go? Like, you don't need to go. Like, do you know what I mean? You're never going to change it. That's how they are. That's how they think. That's cool. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, you are right. You are right. You know, there's certain religions, I think. I don't know which one it is. I'm not even going to guess because I might insult someone. And there's certain ones where, like, I think within the Asian community, like if the daughter brings home a black guy, for example, what they call it, is it a mercy killing? I'm sure it's something like that. I don't know too much about it, but yeah. And you know what? That brings me on to another subject. Right before I go, I'm going to wrap this up now. Now, I don't know if I'm speaking out of turn here, but I'm going to say it anyway, because this is obviously a channel and it's a platform, and it's nice that I can sort of come on here and say what I want and you guys don't judge me too tough for it, right? Going back to the England game against Iran, and I'm going to say this because I'm a man of colour, right? Like I said, I'm mixed, yeah? half black, half white. So I feel I can say what I want and get away with it. But I've got to say, right, when you look at Rashford scoring, Saka scoring, Bellingham scoring, and there's this whole thing on social media. Oh yeah. And there is a part of me, I can't help this. I'm sorry, I can't. But there is a part of me that's like, well, two-faced bastards, right? Some of these people, because these were the same people who were coating these guys off, right, for missing the penalty. You know, that was my one fear of coming into this World Cup. You know, should anything go to a penalty shootout, just say a black player misses. I'm sure you'll agree. I'd be sitting there thinking, oh, God, you just know what's coming. I know what's coming now. Any second now on Twitter, Instagram, whatever. You know what I mean? It's the old racial thing. And yet these players score. And it's, oh, Saka, yeah, we love you. We've always loved you. Yeah. Some of the same people who were, oh, you black this, you that. And, you know, it's just... And I'm not saying it's everyone. Of course, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But there was this big thing. There was a big kickoff on Twitter about it. You know, because someone said the exact same thing I just said. Oh, it's funny how you now love these guys when they missed the penalty. And then there was a lot of people like, oh, why you got to bring that up for? Why? That was ages ago. Why you? So, it's true though. You know, it just amazes me. Like it really does. It's like, you know, you're either flavour of the month. They either love you, or if you do something bad in the game, if you miss a penalty or whatnot. Me personally, I've always said this, right? This Easter, because people ask me like, what do you think should happen? There was this rule. Do you remember? I think it was I'm sure it was when England were playing in the friendlies, going away to certain countries. Right, this is what we're going to do. If there's racial abuse, we're going to stop the game for 5 minutes. If it happens again, we're going to stop the game again. If we hear racial chants for a third time, then we cancel the game. And I'm looking at that, I'm thinking, so these players have to be subjected to racial abuse three times in order for the game to be stopped, right? That is absolutely disgusting. And then the FA will charge whatever country it is, 30 grand. 30 grand to is nothing, right? It just really disgusts me, right? It disgusts me. And do you know what? I've always said this, right? And again, it's not a popular opinion, and I do apologise. In fact, I don't apologise because I genuinely believe this should happen. Yeah. As much as I like Raheem Sterling, I don't like these players who have like sold out. They've sold out. You know, I don't listen to these players like the John Barnes and all them. They're coming out, now that they're pundits, they're coming out talking about racism. Racism was a lot more rife when you were playing. However, you kept your mouth shut because you were getting paid a lot of money, right? Now you're a pundit. Now you feel you can talk about it. No. This goes back to my whole point about Ronaldo. Yeah, people are, oh, how dare he come out and talk like that? Well, hang on a minute. Don't we abuse players who don't come out and talk? Yeah, so like Ronaldo, he keeps his mouth shut for his whole career. Then he's a pundit, and then you can't shut him up. Paul Scholes did not say boo to a goose when he was playing. Now he's retired. You can't shut this geezer up. And it's not just him. There's loads of them. Yeah, there is loads of them. Right. That's why I respect Ronaldo. I do. I'm sorry, I do. Does he have an ego? Yes, he does. Is he arrogant? Of course he is. Has he a right to be those things? Yes. Look what he's achieved. Look what he's won. 37, still doing the business, still showing a lot of these guys up who were younger. He's got every right, right? He's got every right to be the way he is, act the way he is, and say the things he does. I'm sorry. You know, I'm sorry he does. You know, and when me personally, what would make a statement for me? Any form of racial abuse in an England game, for me, do you know what I think would be powerful? How about the white players walk off? Yeah, the white players walk off, because you know what? If I was Harry Kane or Gareth Southgate, do you know what? It's that thing, solidarity among brothers. No black player, right, should have to play a game of football and be subjected to that. whether it be a banana thrown at them, whether it be the monkey chants, all that crap, right? Yeah, no one should be subjected to that. No one. And to have to play through that, just ignore it. It's only a minority. Don't worry about them. Just ignore it. No. Ignore. Why should I? No. I'm walking off. And then someone was saying to me, oh, yeah, but Sterling can't do it because there's money in it. Like, he'll lose money. Do you know what? If they don't... For me, there are certain things where money's irrelevant. These guys are millionaires anyway. Right? Really? So what? He loses a cap and maybe a little bit of money. So what? Make a statement. One of you has to. One of you. Right? Do you know what I mean? I just don't... The white players, walk off then. Walk off. Right? Show support for your black, your black mates or your black teammates, right? Because that would be a powerful message, right, for the white players to think, now, do you know what? We're with you guys. Come on, let's go. Yeah, but that will never happen. You know why? Because all I keep hearing about is, yeah, but it's money, 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 right? So do you know what, Raheem Sterling? As much as I like you as a player, yeah. I don't want to hear none of these players retiring and then coming out and talking about racism and, oh, we got to do this. We need to stop this. We need to act on this. We need to do this. We need to. No. I don't want to hear none of it. None of it, because you had your chance. When you guys are players, when you're players, your profile is at its highest. Yeah. It's no good when you're a pundit now. Now you can talk big because you're sitting in your suit on TV saying, well, we need to do this, we need to do that, we got to do this, we got to stop that, we got to say this, we got to... No, enough. No, don't want to hear it. Don't want to hear it. Yeah, you either do it as players when you're actually on the pitch, or you keep your mouth shut and you don't do nothing at all. Right, it's as simple as that. Anewin Jones, religion is a load of crap anyway. It's just a load of beliefs and morals, not based on facts, and people have exactly the same beliefs and join the religion. Bit like the Arsenal get-along gang. Yeah, mate, I'm not religious at all, if I'm honest with you. I'm just not, mate. It's just me. I'm just not. I don't really believe in it. He supports that God. She supports this God. There's that God. There's this God. Blimey, there's about 20 of them. I don't know. Tony K, racism will always be a thing. It's learned off parents, etc. You know that saying, you judge someone by his company like them. If most of these pundits cared about LGBT and racism, donate and promote it then. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And listen, racism, when I speak about racism, don't think it's all one way, right? Right? There's white racism. Yeah, there's, racism to white people. Racism is not a one-way thing. Racism is in everything. It's irrelevant of colour, right? Do black get racist? Of course. Let's be honest, it does. Right? But... you know what I mean? There's all forms of it. There's all forms of it, and it's got to stop. It won't stop. I've always said this, guys. I don't know if you guys agree with me, and I've always said this. People say, yeah, but if racism is definitely improved. For me, it's not. I don't think it's improved at all. It's just more hidden. Yeah? I think years ago, back then, you knew it was bad, but at least back then, you knew who was who. You knew what was what. You knew who to stay away from. You knew what he believed. You knew what she was. You knew. Now, it's more hidden. Yeah, there's people I get along really well with that wouldn't surprise me. Yeah, Diesel, we love you. Bye, mate. I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah, you black man. Mate, I'm telling you, it happens. It happens. I think, she likes me or he likes me. Yeah. See, my back's turned. Black this, black that. Yeah. I'm telling you. And I was just having a conversation. I thought we were getting on. You just don't know. It's so hidden. So yeah, listen, guys. Shall I take it from me? Yeah. It's not always the blatant ones you got to worry about. It's the ones where you're like, nah, not him. What, him? Yeah. That's all right. No, he can't be racist. He's got black neighbours, right? Or he's yeah, I'm not racist. Like my cousin, my third cousin, went out with a black girl. Like, I'm not racist, mate. No, mate. I like beans and rice, and I like chicken. Yeah, I'm not right. Yeah, Joe, I could do a comedy sketch about that. I love it. Footy chats, well said, Diesel. Come on, my guy. Big up. Come on, only the truth here. You know this, guys. Warren, in my opinion, if it happens, then the game should be cancelled and the game and points awarded to the other team. It would take something drastic for a country to think, right, listen, we need to stop our fans being like this now, because it's going to, do you know what I'm saying? Something, a 30 grand fine, a country would be like, do you know what? That's nothing to us. Yeah, I'll pay it double. I'll pay that twice. You know, it's honestly, it's mad. But guys, listen, it's been 2 hours and 24 minutes. I think I've done very well tonight. Let's be real. I owed you guys this, so I'm very thankful that you guys are here. Once I get chatting, I can't shut up. I know you're probably bored of me by now. I'm so sorry. So I'm going to go. I'm going to chip. I'm going to blurt. Do you remember them words from back in the day? I'm going to blurt. Boom! What am I going to do now? So I'm going to go. I'm going to take my clothes off. I don't want to excite you all. Sorry, but I've just got to be honest. I'm going to take my clothes off. I'm going to get into bed, and I'm going to pick a film to watch. I'm going to watch something, right? Whatever. I don't know what I fancy, but I'm going to watch something. Might have a little munches, or in fact, I can't. I'm going to diet, but sorry, I've done a stream. I've earned something. I've earned some food, so I'm going to have something to eat. Guys, 24 people still watching right now. Thank you very much. It is late, 11:30. We've all got to be up tomorrow early. So thank you for watching. Nurin Jones, I think a lot of the problem is that people get away with because they're not strong enough. Punishments for it. If you do it once, you should be kicked out forever, even go to prison. Right, for example, Dubai. I've never been to Dubai. I've wanted to go because I want to see what this fascination is. Everyone I know who's been there loves it. I've heard little things like, oh, if you're there with a girl, you can't kiss her in public or whatever. If you're caught having sex on the beach, it's instant imprisonment, right? Now, when you hear things like that, you think it's instant. That's not the police saying, "Oh, if we catch you, we're going to talk about it and we're going to tell you off." No, they're saying you get caught doing this, you're going to prison. No, that's non-negotiable, right? Not we're going to have a chat. You are going to prison. You are going to be put in a cell, and the likelihood is you're going to be there for a hell of a long time. Now, when you have a punishment like that, trust me, no one is having sex on that beach. No one is having sex on that beach. See over here, when Boris was in charge and we had the COVID thing, yeah, guys, you got to stay in. If you please try to stay in. If you can work from home, it would be advantageous to work from home. If you can, do it. Don't go out. If you do go out and you don't listen to us, then you know you really shouldn't go out. You really shouldn't. Now, see these things. That's Boris saying, look, or us as a nation saying, do you know what? You're saying we can't go out, but if I can go out right now, what are you guys going to do? Right? Now, there was a rumor going around that there was military that they were seeing like tanks on the motorways and that, right? That we was going to go into a proper lockdown. Now, for me, if it was really that serious, right, and I'm the Prime Minister, I'm coming out hardcore and I'm saying, listen, everyone has got to be indoors. No one can go out. If you are seen going out, you're going to prison. Right? Simple. No arguments. You are going to prison. If we see you out, you are going to prison. Obviously, if you go into the doctors or hospital or whatever, but if you are out and about with your mates or meeting up with that bird over there or whatever, you are going to prison. Instant imprisonment. Instant, right? Trust me now, if Boris had said that, hardly anyone would be out. I'm telling you. Yeah, because a punishment like that, oh, no, thank you. Okay, yep, I've heard enough. Yep, I'm listening. I will stay indoors, right? Seen Dubai, places like that. If you're seen doing this, if you're caught doing this, we're cutting you off to prison, right? And yeah, good luck to you in there. Do you know what I'm saying? When we hear that, trust me, no one's having sex on that beach. No one's kissing that girl in public, yeah? Because you know these guys are serious and they mean business. And I'll tell you something, you do not want to be the person to get caught doing that. So you know what? That's why people just don't do it. It's all about the punishment, guys. If that punishment is severe, people will listen. And on that note, I'm going to go. Matt Hancock, boom! 32 likes. AJ, love you. Sheltering. Right, guys, I'm going to play the intro or the outro, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to go now, and I will be back very, very soon. I promise you. Just give me a few days. I promise you. And yeah, we'll do another one, right? We'll have another chat. But love you guys. Big up yourselves. Love you so much. All right, see you later. Bye. Well. Guess who it is? Diesel's back. Join me, subscribe, but get the word out. Diesel's back, and he ain't going nowhere.